Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to Hobson & Co.'s online auction. It's so nice to see so many positive faces out here, especially after the long and widespread rain that we've had. Countryside's looking good. I think farmers are all very positive. We sold today under Hobson & Co.'s terms and conditions, applying to both buyer and seller. All prices today will be excluding VAT. That means VAT will be added after the price paid on your invoice, just to make that clear. We welcome all your online buyers. Glad you can join us today. There are lots of you. I will go slowly to accommodate everyone. Make sure that there are no mishaps along the way. Please refresh your feed from time to time. It could be your feed on your side. It might be our feed this side. But please, just to keep you guys up to date, just refresh your feed from time to time. The calves today will be sold. We'll be selling them rands per kilo. Sold in increments of 20 cents. The weight is based on the on-farm weighing, which was done in the last 10 days. The calves will be weighed onto the trucks. This will be the final invoiced weight of your calves. So they'll be weighed onto your truck. That will be the final invoice weight. Okay, the certain lots, we'll be selling them in rands per kilo, and other lots will be sold per unit. So we'll be selling either in rands per kilo or per unit, but I'll announce it as we go along. All loading of stock will be done or be coordinated by Hobson & Co. We can get hold of Murray Hobson. He will be able to coordinate between him and Dave Cocroft. We'll be able to coordinate all the loading of the stock. If there are any questions, please feel free to phone one of our Hobson & Co. agents. If you're having issues on the internet, please just give us a call. We'll gladly help you or try to assist you. If it really does not work, you can always phone us and we can take some phone bidding as well. Right, first up we have got Hugh Ainsley from Bedford. He'll be selling 50 bull calves. The average weight there is 230 kilos. They're in the Bedford area. Magnificent Beefmaster type calves. And let's kick it off. What do we say here? How much there? And let's stop them off there. What do we say? 42 rand. You got the Sagar at 42. What do we say? 42. At 42 rand. You got the Sagar at 42 rand. What do we say? 42 rand. Let's go to the Sagar at 42. What do we say? 42. At 41 then. Let's go at 41 rand. What do we say? 41. You got the Sagar at 41 rand. What do we say? 41 rand. What do we say? 41. At 41 I'm bid online at 41. Now got a 41 bid. At 41 I've got now a 41 selling at 41. I got a 41. Got a 20. Got a 41 20. At 40 got a 41 40. Now got a 41 40 selling at 41 40. Now got a 41 40. At 41 40 selling at 41 40. At 60, at 41.80, got a 41.80, selling at 41.80. At 41.80, I'm about to sell at 41.80, got a 42, now got a 42.20. At 42.20, selling at 42.20, now got a 42.20, got a 40. At 60, 42.60, 42.60, I'm got a 42.60, selling at 42.60. At 42.60, now got a 42.80, got a 43, I'm about to sell at 43. At 43, I'm about to sell at 43 bed. At 43 rand, selling at 43. At 20, at 43.40, got a 43.40. 43.40, selling at 43.40, now got a 43.40. At 43.40, I've got another 43.40, selling at 43.40. At 43.40, these are all bull calves. At 43.40, selling at 43.40. At 43.40, another 43.40, selling at 43 rand 40 cents. At 43 rand 40 cents, we're going to sell them at 43.40. At 43.40, selling at 43.40. At 43.60. At 43.60, I've got another 43.60. At 43.60. At 43.60, I'm going to go to 43.80. At 43.80, looking for 44. 43.80, I'm bid. At 43.80, selling at 43.80, selling at 43.80. At 43 rand 80, selling at 43.80. At 43.80, at 43.80, selling at 43 rand 80 cents. All on. 43 rand 80 cents. We sell to buyer number 5047. Up next we've got lot number C2. We are selling for black ginger. So there we go, the Angus type calves there, a 50-50 split. You can see on the video they were weighed in the rain as well. So we do thank the hog family for sorting everything out in the pouring rain. 50-50 split. These are top Angus bulls they've used in the herd. So let's kick it off. What do we say? How much say? And 42 rand to stop me off at 42. What do we say? 41. Got the side of 41, selling at 41. At 41 rand. What do we say? 41, selling at 41. What do we say? 41. Now got a 41. What do we say? 41. Now got a 20. At 41, I got a 41, selling at 41. Now got a 41. Online and selling at 41. At 41.20. Now got a 41.20, selling at 41.20. at 20, selling at 41.20, now at 41.20 to 40 to 60, now at 41.60, at 41.60 online, selling at 41.60, now at 41.60, at 41.80, at 42, at 42, selling now at 42, selling at 42, I've got down to 42, selling at 42, 42 rand and selling at 42, now at 42, selling at 42, I'm on the side of 42.40, at 42.40, selling at 42.40, at 42.40, now at 42.40, selling at 42.40, 42 and 40, selling now at 42.40, at 42 and 40, selling at 42.40, at 42.40, I've got down to 42.40, selling at 42.40, 42 and 40, what do we do now at 42.40, selling at 42.60, at 42.60, at 42.60, now at 42.60, 42 and 60, I've got down to 42.80, at 42.80, I'm going to 42.80, Billy Gusau at 42.80, at 42 and 80, selling at 42.80, at 42.80, I've got, at 42 and 80, selling at 42.80, at 42 and 80, I've got down to 42.80, selling at 42.80, at 42.80, I've got down to 42 and 80 cents and selling at 42 and 80, we're going to sell him Roland. And 42 and 80 to the same buyer, thank you, 5047. Right, here we go, we've got lot number C3, there we go. These are male calves, we've got 83 of them belonging to Scott Pringle from the Adelaide district. They weigh an average of 263 kilos. Also, buys top pools here throughout the Eastern Cape. Let's go. What do we say? How much there? 42 rand. Let's go at 42. At 42, selling at 42. What do we say? 42. Got the side of 42 rand, selling at 42. What do we do at 42? At 42 rand. What do we say? 42, 41. Then they got the side of 41, selling at 41. At 41, they got the side of 41, selling at 41. I got a 41 online and selling at 41.20. At 41.20, I've got that at 41.20. At 40, 41.40, selling at 41.40. I've got a 60. Got a 41.60. Now got a 41.60. At 41.60, 80. Got a 41.80. At 41.80, selling at 41.80. Got a 42. Got a 42, now at 20, got a 42.20, 42.20, I'm at 40, at 42.40, selling at 42.40, at 42.40, now at 42.40, selling at 42.40, at 60, at 42.60, 42 and 60, selling at 42.80, at 42.80, I've got down to 42.80, 43 I'm bid, at 43 rand, selling at 43, I've got down to 43, selling at 43, 43 rand, I've got down to 43, at 43 rand, selling at 43, now at 43, selling at 43, now at 43, at 43 rand, selling at 43, at 43, I've got down to 43, got a 20, at 43.20, got a 40, now at 43.40, selling at 43.40 at 60, at 43.60, 43.80, at 44, I'm on the side of 44, selling at 20, got a 44.20, now got a 44.20, at 44.20, selling at 44.20, at 44.20, I've got down at 44.20, selling at 44.20, at 40, 44.40 at 60, at 44.60, now got a 44.60, at 44.60, selling at 44.60, selling at 44.60, at 44.60, I've got down at 44.60, now got a 44.60, at 44.60, we're going to sell them at 44 and 60 cents and selling at 44 and 60, what do we do at 44.60? At 44.60, now at 44.60, we're going to sell at 44 rand 60 cents, Solan. 44 rand 60 cents, thank you, my buyer, 5047. We've got lot number C4, there we go, there are 42 calves, we're selling 33 males and 9 females, so we're selling for Woody Cape this time. We've got the Angus Brangus type calves here, beautiful calves of the best, some of the best in the Eastern Cape. There we go, lot number C4. And kick it off, let's go. What do we say again there? What do we say? 42 rand, the other side of 42, 41, the other side of 41. At 41 rand, selling at 41, out of 41 online and selling at 41, out of 41, selling at 41, out of 41, out of 41. 41 rand, selling at 41, out of 41, selling at 41, I'm at the side of 41, got a 20, out of 41.20. At 41.20, now out of 41.20, selling at 40, out of 41.40, selling at 41.40. At 60, out of 41.60, now out of 41.60, 41.60. At 41 rand 60, now out of 41.60, selling at 41.60, I've got now out of 41.60. 41 rand 60, selling at 41.60, selling at 41.60, I've got now at 41.60. At 41.60, 41.60, 80 now. At 41.80, selling at 42, I'm at the side of 42, selling at 42. At 42 to 20. At 42.20, selling at 42.20, 40. At 42.40, now got a 42.40, selling at 42.40. At 42 rand 40 cents, selling at 42.40. At 42.40, 42 rand 40, selling at 42, got a 40, got a 42.40, selling at 42 rand 40 cents and selling at 42 rand 40, we're going to sell them at 42, got a 60, now got a 42.60. At 42.60, I've got 80. At 42.80, at 42.80, selling at 42.80. At 42 rand 80, selling at 42.80. At 42.80, now got a 42.80, selling at 42.80. At 42.80, we're going to sell them 42 rand 80 cents and selling at 43 is back. 43 now at 20 at 43.20 selling at 43.20 at 43.20 at 43 rand 20 selling at 43.20 at 43.20 at 43 rand 20 cents. We're going to sell them at 43.20 selling at 40 at 43.40 at 60 at 43.60 now at 43.60 selling at 43.60 at 43 rand 60.80 at 43.80 now at 44 bed at 44 rand I've got another 44 selling at 44 at 44 I've got another 44 selling at 44 selling at 44 at 44 I'm going to 20 now at 40 at 44.40 at 60 at 44.60 now at 44.60 selling at 44.60 80 at 44.80 at 44 and 80 selling at 44.80 now at 44.80 at 44.80 I'm going to 44.80 selling at 9 and selling at 44.80 at 44 and 80 cents and selling at 44.80 at 45 at 45 at 20 at 45.20 at 45.20 I'm going to 45.20 selling at 45.20 at 45.20 45 and 20 I've got another 45.20 selling at 45.20 now at 45.20 at 45 and 20 cents and selling at 45 rand 20 Roland. And 45 rand 20 cents we sell to buyer number 5047. Right, thank you very much. There we go. Lot number C5 selling for Mr. John Bradfield there from the Port Alfred area. There we go. We've got 50 calves there. They're 30 males, 20 females. The Beefmaster type calves. There we go. 60-40 split. Right, here we go. Outstanding calves again. Let's go. How much there? What do we say? 42. Let's go. This is a 42 rand. This is a 42. What do we say? 42. The other side of 42. I'm going to 42 on our number. This side of 42. Selling at 42. 42 rand. Selling at 42. I've got another 42. Got a 20. Now got a 42. 20. I'm at the side of 42. 20. Selling at 42. 20. At 42. 20. I've got another 42. 20. Selling at 42. 20. Got a 40. Now got a 42. 40. Got a 16. Now got a 42. 60. 42 and 60. Now got a 42. 60. Selling at 42. 60. Selling at 42. 60. At 42 and 60. Now got a 42. 60. Selling at 42. 60. Now got a 42. 80, 43, 43, 20, 43, 20 bed, at 43, 20, selling at 43, 20, at 43, 20, I'm on the side of 43, 20, selling at 43, 20, 43 and 20, selling at 43, 20, at 43, 20, I've got another 43, 20 on 9, I'm selling at 43, 20, got a 40, got a 60, 43, 60, 43, 60, I'm on the side of 43, 60, at 43, 60, I'm on the side of 43, 60, at 43, 60, now got a 43, 60, at 43 and 60, now got a 43, 60, 43, 60, now 80, now 44. 44 on bed, at 44 and selling at 44, I've got another 44, selling at 44, at 44 got a 20, 44, 20, 44 and 20, selling at 44, 20, selling at 44, 20, at 44 and 20, I've got another 44, 20, selling at 44, 20, at 44 and 20, selling at 44, 20, at 44, 20, I'm on the side of 44, 20, selling at 44, 20, at 44 and 20 cents and selling at 44, 20, at 44 and 20, selling at 44, 20, when I sell them at 44, 20, selling at 44, 20, all on, now 40. 44.40 at 44.40, nearly had him. 44.40 at 44.40, selling at 44.40 at 44.40. I'm on the side of 44.40, selling at 44.40 at 44.40 at 44.40, selling at 44.40. Now at 44.40 at 44 and 40 cents, selling at 44.40 at 44.40, and selling at 44 and 40 cents, and selling all on. And 44 and 40 cents. Thank you. 5047 is my highest bidder. And so there we go, number C6, we're selling for the Fords. Adrian Elizabeth Ford, there we go, 16 bull calves and 4 females. There we go, 20 of them from the Port Alfred area. And again, also beautiful, beautiful calves. Here we go, let's go away. What do we say? How much there? 42 rand. Let's go 42. At 42, got the side of 42. I'm at the side of 42. I've got another 42, selling at 42. At 42, now got 42, selling at 42. Now got 42, selling at 42. At 42, and I'm selling at 42, selling at 42. Now got 42, selling at 42, got 40. At 42. 40, 60, 42, 60, online, selling at 42, 60, 42, 60, 80, at 42, 80, I've got another 42, 80, selling at 42, 80, at 42, 80, I'm going to go 42, 80, selling at 42, 80, now I got 42, 80, now I got 43, at 43, I'm going to go 43, selling at 43, I'm going to 43, at 43, and selling at 43, online, and selling at 43, at 43, now I got 43, selling at 43, at 43, and I'm selling at now I got 43, now I got 43, selling at 43, at 43, and selling at 43, I'm going to 43, 43. 43.40, 43.40, there we go, 43.40, at 43.40, selling at 43.40, at 43.40, now at 43.40, at 43.40, with me, great, 43.40, happy, 43.40, at 43.40, selling now at 43.40, at 43.40, selling at 43.40, 43 and 40, selling at 43.40, selling now at 43.40, at 43 and 40 cents, we're going to sell them, 43.40 all on. And 43 and 40 cents, we sell them, thank you, 5047. Now we're selling for Wallakari Kasuka Partnership, also from the Port Alfred area. 13 males, 12 females. There we go. Lot number C7. Weight there was weighed 194 kilos. We have, here we go, let's take it away. Let's go. What is how much? 42 to kick. Picking the other side of 42, what is that? 42, the other side of 42, what is that? 42. At 42, the other side of 42, selling at 42, I'm going to go 42, selling at 42, I'm on the side of 42. At 42, I'm going to go 42, selling at 42, selling at 42, go to 20, I'm going to 42, 20. At 40, I'm going to 42, 40 at 60. At 42, 60, I'm going to 80, go to 42, 80, selling at 43, I'm on the side of 43. At 43, and selling at 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43. At 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43. At 43, and I'm going to 43, selling at 43. At 43, I'm bid. At 43, and selling at 43, I've got another 43, selling at 43. At 43 and selling at 43, I've got another 43. At 43 and selling, at 43 and selling another 43, selling at 43 to sell, 43 rand selling, online and selling all on. And 43 rand, I know Walla is here. Walla, are you happy with that? 43 rand, thank you. 5047s by highest bidder. Now we've got lot number C8. So we're selling heifers, beautiful Bonsmara heifers here of Nightingale Trust from the Alexandria area. They weigh an average of 245 kilos, weighed the other day. There we go for the Bonsmara heifers. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? 40 rand. Let's go 40. At 40 rand, what do we say? 40 rand, the other side of 40 rand, selling at 40 rand. What do we say? 40, the other side of 40. At 40 rand, the other side of 40 rand, selling at 40. What do we say? 40, now what do we say? 40. At 40 rand, asking 40 rand. What do we say? 38 then. At 38 rand, stop off at 38, the other side of 38, selling at 38. Let's go 38. At 38, I'm going to go 38. Online and selling now at 20. At 38, 20, selling at 38, 20. I'm going to 40, go to 40, go to 60, I'm going to 38, 60. At 38, 60, 18, I'm going to 38, 80, go to 39. I'm going to side of 39, selling at 39. At 39, selling at 39, selling at 39. I've got 39, selling at 39. At 39, I'm at the side at 39, selling at 39, go to 39. At 39 and selling at 39. 39, I'm bid. At 39 and selling at 39, I've got 39, selling at 39. At 39 and selling 39. 39, I've got. At 39 rand, selling at 39. I'm going to sell them at 39 rand. I'm at the side at 39 and selling at 39. At 39 rand, all on. And 39 rand for them to 5047. Right, now we've got lot number C9. We're in there. We've got 80 bull calves there, 80 male calves there, Simbra Brahman types. Beautiful, beautiful calves. So we got 200 kilos. We have 39. What do we say? 39. Let's go. 39. Let's kick them off. 39 to the other side of 39 to the side of 39. A full truck here. 39. Let's go. At 39 and to stop over. So 39. Let's go to 20. 39. What do we say? 39. I'm bed. At 39 at the side of 39. Selling at 39. I've got another 20. Got 40. Another 39. 40. At 40. We got 40. Now got 60. Got 39. 60. 39. 60. At 39. 60. Now got 38. We got 40. I'm at the side of 40. 40. At the side of 40. At 40 rand. Selling at 40. I'm at the side of 40. Now got 40. I'm bed. At 40. 20. 40. 60. 40 rand. 60, now 80, 41, at 20, at 41.20, selling at 41.20, at 41.20, I'm going to 41.20, 41.40, 41.40, I'm bid, 41.40, selling at 41.40, is that 42, 20, 42.20, at 42.20, selling at 42.20, 40, 60, now 80, 42.80, at 42.80 to 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43, at 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43, at 43 rand, selling at 43, to 43, I've got on 43, selling at 43, at 43 rand, selling at 43, at 43, I'm on the side of 43, selling at 43, I'm on the side of 43, now at 43, selling at 43, at 43 rand, selling at 43, going to sell them online and selling at 43 rand, at 43 rand for the bull calves, here we go, at 43 rand, the hammer's coming up at 43, all on. And 43 rand, we sell them, thank you, 5047s, my highest bidder. Right, here we go, lot number C10, we're selling for Bigilli Pineries, there we go. Mark 4, there we go, we've got 11 bull calves up for sale there from the Grahamstown area, average weight of 240 kilos. There we go for the Beefmaster bull calves. Here we go, let's kick it off, let's go. What is how much listed over here for 42 rand, the other side of 42, what is it, 42? At 42, 41, the other side of 41, selling at 41, the other side of 41, selling at 41, I'm bed, 41, I'm 41 bed. At 41, I'm 20, I'm 40, I'm 16, I'm 41, 16, I'm 41, 8, I'm on the side of 42, I'm bed. At 42 rand, selling at 42, I've got 42, selling at 42, 42, 42. At 42 rand, selling at 42, I've got 42, 42. At 42 rand, I'm going to 42, 42, 42, selling at 42. at 42 rand, selling at 42, 42 on bid, now to 20, at 40, 42.40, at 42.40, 60, go to 42.80, go to 42.80, 43, at 43.20, 43.20, selling at 43.20, at 43.20, I've got to go to 40, go to 60, now to 43.60, at 43.60, selling at 43.60, 43.60, at 43 and 60, selling at 43.60, now 80, at 44, 44, I'm going to 44, selling at 44, at 44, I've got to go to 44, go to 20, go to 20, go to 40, at 60, now 80, 45, at 45, now go to 20, at 45.20, selling at 45.20, selling at 45.20, at 45 and 20, selling at 45.20, now go to 45.20, selling at 45.20, at 45 and 20 cents, we're selling at 45.20, at 45 and 20, I've got to go to 45.20, selling at 45.20, at 45 and 20 cents, we're going to sell them at 45 and 20 and selling 45.20, all on. And 45 and 20 cents. Thank you. 5047's my highest bidder. Now we've got number C11. We're still sitting for Piggelly Pineries, Mark Ford. There we go, the long wiener Beefmaster bull calves. 330 kgs was the estimated weight. So we go. And let's kick it off. Let's go. What did we say? How much say? 40 rand. Let's go 40. 40 got the side of 40. What did you say? 40. What did you say? 40 at 38. Got the side of 38. Selling at 38. At 38 to the other side of 35, 35, let's go 35 then, 35, let's go 35, 35 to the other side of 35, at 35 to the other side of 35, Greg, what do we say, 35, 35, online and selling at 35, 35 on bid, at 35, selling at 35, selling at 35, go to 35, go to 20, now at 35, 20, selling at 35, 40, at 35, 40, 40, 35, 40, selling at 35, 40, at 35, 40, selling at 35, 60, now at 35, 80, selling at 35, 80, now at 35, 80, at 35, 80, I'm going to 35, 80, 36, now at 20, 36, 20, at 36, 20, now at 40, 36, 40, 36, 40, 36, 40, 60, 80, 36, 80, at 36, 80, I've got 37, now at 20, go to 37, 20, 37, 20, jumping all the way up, 37.80 on bid, 37.80, 37.80, 37.80 on bid, at 37.80, selling at 37.80, I've got that at 37.80, at 37.80, 37.80, selling at 37.80, at 37.80, selling at 37.80, I've got that at 37.80, at 37.80, selling at 37.80, now at 37.80, at 38 on bid, 38 I've got 38 bid, at 38, selling at 38, I've got that at 38, selling at 38, at 20, go to 38.20, at 38.20, I'm on the side at 38.20, I've got that at 38.20, at 38.20, here we got 38.20, what do we do at 38.20, at 38.20, selling at 38.20, at 38.20, I'm on the side at 38.20, selling at 38.20, at 38 rand 20 cents, we're going to sell them at 38.20, at 38 rand 20 cents, we're going to sell them at 38.20 and selling at 38.20, all on. And 38 rand 20 cents we sell. Thank you. 5047's my highest bidder. We do thank you to all the calf buyers. That is the end of the calf buying. There we go. We have onto the cows and calves. So here we got cows and calves. So we are going to be selling these as a unit price. So we're starting off with lot CC1. We are selling for Mrs. Van Niekerk. There we go. The Beefmaster cows. The cows weigh 560 kilos. The calves average 211 kilos. They are also a possible 3-in-1s. So from the Alexandria and Anaka district, lot number CC1. Right, here we go. Let's go. What do we say? Let's ask you, Pastor. What do we say? How much said 20,000? Stop over 20 to go the side of 20,000. Selling at 20, 20 to go the side of 20. At 20,000, selling at 20,000. What do we say? 20 to go the side of 20 online, 20 online on bed. At 20, got a 250, now a 2, got a 20,000, 250. Now 5. At 20 and a half, selling at 20,000, 5, selling at 20 and a half, now at 20,000, 5. At 20,000, 5, I've got now 750, at 20,000, 750, now at 20,000, 750. At 20,000, 750, selling at 20,000, 750, now at 20,000, 750, 21 bed. At 21, selling at 21, I got a 250, got a 2, got a 21, 250, selling at 21, 250. 21, 250, I've got that at 21, 250, now got a 21, 5, 21, 5, 750. At 21, 750, now got a 21, 50, got a 22 on bed, 22, 250, 500, 22 and a half, 22, 5. At 22, 5, selling at 22, 750. 23 on bed, 23 I've got, 23 bed, at 23 selling at 23, I've got that at 23,000, so I've got a 23 on bed, at 23,000, selling at 23,000, I've got a 250, at 500, 23,500, selling at 23,500, at 23,005, I've got that at 23 and a half, now at 23,500, 23,500 on bed, at 23 and a half, now at 750, at 24, I'm on the side at 24, selling at 24, at 24,000, I've got that at 24, selling at 24, now at 24, at 24,000, selling at 24, selling at 24, at 24, I've got that at 24,000, selling at 24, got a 250, at 24, 250, 24, 250, now 500, 24 and a half, 24.5, 24.5, selling at 24.5, at 24 and a half, now at 24.5, selling at 24 and a half, also at 24.5, at 24,500 rand and selling at 24,500 500 rand. I'm going to sell them at 24.5, now to 24.5. At 24.5, now to 24.5. Got a 24.5. At 24,500, selling at 24.5. 24.5, going to sell them at 24,500. Got a 24.5, selling at 24.5. Hold on. 24,500. We sell to number 5020. Thank you very much. They are sold to my husband. Now we've got the next lot here, lot number CC2, also the Beefmaster cows and calves. There we go. These are first calvers as well. There we go. 13 of them plus 12, so one's still got a calf down. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? And it's got 18,000. Let's kick it off at 18 to the other side. 18, 18, selling at 18. What do we say? 18,000 to the other side. 18,000. What do we say? 18. What do we say? 18, 18. What do we say? Yes? Okay, sorry, let's just clarify that. We are selling 12 cows and 12 calves. So not 13 and 12, we are selling 12 and 12. Right, here we go. And where do we start off? 18,000. 18,000 for the 12 cows and calves. 18,000. Let's go. What do you say? 17. 17 to go. First calvers. That's 70. What do you say? 17,000. Let's go. 17,000. Let's go. 17,000. What do you say? 70. Got the side of 70. What do you say? 17. That's 70. 70. 70. 70. 16. What do you say? 16. Then to the other side of 16. What do you say? 16. That's 16,000. Nobody want them at 16. Got the side of 16. What do you say? 15 then. 15,000. Let's go at 15. At 15. You got 15. What do you say? 15,000. Got the side of 15. 15. Out of 15. Online and selling at 15. At 15. I'm betting out of 15. Selling at 15. Out of 15. Selling at 15. At 50. Got a 250. Selling at 52. 50. 52. 50. At 52. 50. Selling at 52. 50. Out of 52. 50. Selling at 52. 50. 15,000. 250. Selling at 250. Got a 52. 50. Now 5. At 15.5. Selling at 15.5. 15.5. Selling at 15.5. At 15,005. Selling at 15.5. 15.5. I've got to 15.5. Selling at 15.5. At 15.5, selling at 15.5, 15.5, selling at 15.5. At 15.5, 15.5, selling at 15,000, got a 55, 750. At 15,750, 15,750, selling at 15,750, now got a 15,750. At 16, 16, 16, now 250. At 62.50, now got a 62.50. At 62.50, 65, 65, 65. At 16,500, selling at 16.5, 65. At 16,005, selling at 16.5. At 16.5, now to 65, selling at 16.5. At 16,005, 65, 65, I've got to go to 16.5. These are first carvers. At 16.5, at 16,500, selling at 16.5, 16.5, going to sell them at 16.5. At 16,005, the hammer's coming up at 16,500 and selling all on. And 16,500, let me just confirm with him. Thank you very much. They are sold. What is that buyer's number? I just skipped to them. 5024. Thank you very much, my highest bidder. Right, here we go. We've got the next one. We've got number C3, 1 plus 1. There we go. She weighs, the cow weighs 620 kilos. There we go. And the calf, we've got, he weighs in at 218. There we go. It's a bull calf that side. Here we go. Let's kick it off. Let's go. What do we say there? How much there? And 15, you stop over 15, go to the side of 15. So what do you say? 15, 15, you stop over 15, you go to the side of 15. 15, you go 15. At 15,000, 15, 50, selling at 15, out of 50, 50, selling at 50, 50, 50, 50, 15 bed. At 15, selling at 15, beds on the floor at 15, 15, I got to 15, 15, I'm on the side of 15. At 15, at 250, 50, 250, selling at 52, 50, 52, 50. At 55, selling at 55, selling at 55, 55 on bed. At 57, 50, 60, 16, 250, now to 62, 50, 62, 50, selling at 62, 50, 65, 67, 50. At 67.50, now to 67.50, selling at 67.50. At 17 beds, 17, 70, 17. The beds on the floor now to 17 bed. At 70, got a 250, now to 72.50. At 72.50, selling at 72.50, 75, 75 on the floor now. At 75, 75, 75, selling at 75. At 77.50, 77.50. At 77.50, now to 77.50, now to 77.50. At 77.50, 77.50, I'm going to 77.50. At 70.50, it's against you on the floor. 77.50, I've got. At 70,000, 750, I've got to 77.50. At 77.50. 18,000 online, 18,000, 18 bed. 18, I've got now 18, selling at 18. 18, I'm at the side, 18, 18, 18,000. 18,000, selling 18,000. The hammer's coming up at 18,000. I've got that 18,000, going to sell at 18,000. 18,000 rand and selling at 18. Roland. And 18,000, if I may, sell to 5020. Thank you very much. She is sold. 5020 is my highest bidder. Now we've got lot number CC4. There we go. The cow and calf, the crossbred cow and calf. I think she's a heifer calf at side, if I'm not mistaken. 425 kilos the cow weighs, 100 kilos the calf weighs. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. And what do we say there? Let's go. What do we say? I'm going to say 15 on the side of 50, 14 on the side of 14,000. What do we say? 14, 13 then. At 13,000, let's go. 13,000 on the side of 13, on the side of 30,000, selling at 13. What do we say? 13. At 13,000 rand, what do we say? 13, on the side of 13,000. What do we say? 13. 13, you got 13. What do we say? 13. 12 then. At 12,000, I'll start your flag at 12. 12, you got 12. 12,000, what do we say? 12. 12. 12 on 9. 12 bed. At 12, I've got 12, selling at 12, 12 on the side of 12, I've got 12, 12 at 250, at 12, 250, selling at 12, 5, 12 now, I've got 12, 5, selling at 12, 5, at 12 now, selling at 12, 5, at 750, now at 12, 750, at 12, 750, 13 bed, at 13, I've got 13, selling at 13, now at 13, selling at 30, 30, 13,250, at 3250, selling at 3255, 35, 13 off, at 13,5, at 13,005, selling at 13,5, 13,5, selling at 13,5, at 13,500, I've got 13,5, selling at 13,5, 13,5, at 13,500, I've got 13,5, 13,5, we're going to sell at 13,5, at 13,500 rand, we're going to sell at 13,5 and selling 13,5, 13,5, all on. And 13,500, just to confirm if you consider. $5,024 is my highest bidder. Right, thank you. Sold. Thank you very much, my highest bidder. Now we've got the Beef Master once more type. Cows and calves we're selling on behalf of Kusuka Partnership, Paula and Jen Curry. 17 cows and calves. The cows average 451 and the calves 125 kilos. And these cows and calves, hello, if there's some first calvers, am I right? First calvers to full mouth cows. There we go. So they're very good. They're still good breeding cows. Here we go. Lot numbers CC5. Right, let's go, let's take it away. What do we say? How much? Let's go, 18,000, let's go, 80,000. What do we say? 18, what do we say? 18, 16, you got 16. 16,000, what do we say? 16, you got the side of 16,000, selling at 16, what do we say? 16. At 16, you got the side of 60,000, what do we say? 15, got the side of 15, selling at 15. At 15, 15, what do we say? 15, 15,000, what do we say? 9 at 15. At 15, got the side of 15, what do we say? 15,000, side of 15, 15, 15, what do we say? 15. 15 on bid, 15 I've got selling at 15, 15 on bid, at 15 selling at 15, I've got 15 selling at 15, I've got 15 selling at 15, at 15,000 selling at 15, I've got 15 selling at 15, I've got 15,000 selling at 15, at 15,000 I've got 215, I've got 5250 selling at 5250, at 5250 I've got 5255, 55 I've got, at 15,005 I've got 15,500 selling at 15,500, I've got 15,500, at 15,005 selling at 15,500, 55, 750, at 15,750, at 16 on bid, 16,000, 16 on bid, at 16 I've got 16,000 selling at 16, 16 on bid, at 16,000 selling at 16,000, selling at 16 out of 250, at 5, 16,500, 16 half out of 16,500, at 16,005 selling at 16,500 out of 16,500, at 16,005 selling at 16,750. 17,000, 17 on bid, 17,000, 17 I've got 17,000 bid, at 17 selling at 17,000 selling at 17, at 17,000 selling at 17, I've got 17,000 selling at 17 bid, at 17,000 on bid, this side of 17,000, 17 out of 250, 7250, at 7255, 75, 17,005 selling at 17,500, at 17,005 I've got 17,500 selling at 17,500, at 17,005 I've got 17,500 selling at 17,500, at 17,005 to sell them at 75, 750. 7750, can you make it even money? 7750, 18 bid, 18,000, 18, I've got 18, even money selling at 18, 18 on bid, at 18,000 selling at 18, 18 on the side, 18,000, 18 selling at 18, at 18,000 and I've got 250, at 8250, 8250, 50, got 8250, now at 8250, at 18,250 selling at 8250, 8250, at 8250, what do we do now at 8250, 18,250, we're going to sell them at 18,250, we're going to sell at 18,250, we're going to sell them at 8250 and selling all on. And 18,250. Well, with your permission, we sell them. Thank you. 5024 is my highest bidder. Right, here we go. We have got lot number CC7 selling for. Couldn't you put it so? There we go. Sorry, CC6. There we go. 11 plus 11. You're quite right. Sorry, CC6, 11 plus 11. These cows are also from Kusuka Partnership. They weigh 525. The calves, 147. So these are the older spec type cows and calves we've got here. Lot number CC6. Here we go. Let's kick it off here. What do we say? How much? Let's go. What do we say? 15 other side of 15. What do we say? 15. Had 15. What do we say? 15. 14 other side of 14. What do we say? 14 other side of 14. 13 then. Had 13,000 other side of 14 on bid. 14 on 9. Selling at 14. 14 on bid. 250. Had 42.50. Selling at 42.55. 45. 45 I've got. Had 40,500. 15 other 47.50. 15 on the side of 15. Had 15,000. 15 other 250. 7.5. 57.50. 57.50. 16 on bid. 16 other 250. 62.55, 65, 67.50, at 67.50, 70, 70, 72.50, 72.50, 75, 77.50, 18,000, 18 bid, 18 now to 250, 82.50, selling at 82.50, selling at 82.50, 80,250, I've got 82.50, selling at 82.50, 18,250 on bid, 18,255, 18.5, 18.5, selling at 85, 750, 18,750. Can we ask 19? 18,750 bid at 18,750, selling at 18,750, 18,750 at 18,750, selling at 18,750, at 18,750, going to sell them at 18,750 and selling at 18,750 rand, selling all in. And sold 18,750 to buy number 5047. Right, here we go, lot number CC7 is selling for Mr. Kuni Peterson. There we go, 16 cows, 16 calves. So these cows are old cows, and look at the calves. They are beautiful calves. They weigh 69 kilos, the calves. There we go, the Brahman crosses. There we go. From off Sourveld, thanks Jeff. Off Sourveld there. Cows are very old. We mark them, the cows are old. There we go. Let's kick it off. Off Sourveld. Here we go. What do we say? How much say? 15. Let's go 15. At 15,000, selling at 15. Selling at 15. 15. What do you say? 15. 14 then. At 14,000, got the side of 14. What do you say? 13. Stop here for 13. Got the side of 13. 30,000. 13. I've got 13. Selling at 13. 13 on the floor. At 13 on bed. At 13,000. I've got that at 13. Selling at 13. 13 on bed. At 30,000. Selling at 13. 13. Selling at 13. 13 on bed. At 13,000. I've got that at 13,000. Selling at 13. 13 on bed. At 13,000. I've got that at 13,000. Selling at 13. I've got 250. At 32.50. 32.50, selling at 32.50. At 32.50, selling at 32.50. Another 32.50. At 32.55, 35, selling at 35. At 13,005, selling at 35, 750. At 13,750, selling at 37.50. 13,750, selling at 37.50. At 13,750, 14 on bed, 14, selling at 14. At 14,000, selling at 14. 14, I've got 14 selling. At 14,000, I got a 250. At 42.50, selling at 42.50. At 42.50, 42.50, another 42.50, another 42.50, selling at 42.50. At 42.50, another 42.50. At 14,250, selling at 42.50, selling at 42.50. At 14.5, 14.5, 750. At 14,750, selling at 14,750. What do we do? 14,750. 14,750. Can you make it 15? 14,750. At 14,750, selling at 14,750. At 14,750 of Sourveld, these cows and calves. At 14,750, I've got to 14,750. At 14,750, to sell them at 14,750. At 14,750, the hammer's coming up. At 14,750 rand, we're going to sell them at 14,750 all in. And 14,750. I must just confirm with my seller. Right, thank you very much. We sell. Thank you. 5047 is my highest bidder. There we go. They are sold. So now we have got lot number CC9, and we are selling for Mr. Rob Wilmot. These cows and calves, also off Sourveld, we've got here the Tuli type cows and calves. There we go, 7 males in this group, 4 females in the calves. The 11 cows and calves we have. Cows averaging 411 kilos, the calves 116. So nearly winnable, these calves, to a couple more months and they'll be good to go. Right, here we go, let's take it away. What is how? Let's go 15,000, let's go 15, other side of 15, what do you say 15? At 15, other side of 15, what do you say 15, 15, what do you say 15, 14, other side of 14, 13 then. At 13,000, I'll start you low, 13, let's go 13, 13,000, let's go 13. At 13,000, other side of 13,000, selling at 13, other side of 13, selling at 13. At 13, I've got that at 13, selling at 13, 13 on bed. At 13,000, selling at 13, selling at 13, 13 on the side of 13,000, selling at 13. At 13,000, another 250, 32, 55, 35, 750. At 3750, 14 on the side of 4250. At 4255, 45, 750, 4750, 15 bed. At 250, 15.5, 5750. At 16, I'm going to 16, selling at 16, 16 on bed, 16,000 selling. At 16, I've got that at 16, selling at 16, 16, 16, now at 250. At 6250, selling at 65, 65, I've got 65. At 60,005, selling at 65, 65 on bed. At 60,005, selling at 65, 65, 65 on bed. At 60,005, selling at 65, 65. At 16,500, selling at 65, 750. 16,750, 16,750, sitting at 16,750, got a 16,17 bed, at 70,000, I've got a 17 bed, at 70,000, I've got a 70,000, 17 bed, 17 bed, 17,000, I've got 17,000, going to sell him at 17, at 70,000 rand, I've got a 70,000, sitting at 77, at 70,000, the hammer's coming up at 70,000, going to sell him at 17,000 rand, selling all in, and 17,000, I'm sure we can sell, just to confirm with my seller. 17,000 to my highest bidder, 5047.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Rob. We'll chat again. Okay.
Right, well done. They are sold. Thank you. 5047 is my highest bidder. Now we've got Charles Ballantyne sitting. So these are Bonsmara heifers running in the Fort Beaufort district. They are 2 to 4 months in calf. There we go. There are 9 of them. 2 to 4 months in calf to Bonsmara bull. They also buy some of the top bulls in the district. Right, here we go. Lot number C10 for the pregnant heifers. Here we go. Let's kick it off. Let's go. What do you say? 15. Let's go 15. 15. Let's stop over at 15. What do you say? 15. Other side of 15. What do you say? 15. 14 then. At 14,000. Let's go 14,000. Other side of 14,000. Asking 14. What do we say? 14. 14. You got 14. At 14,000 rand. What do we say? 14. 14. You got 14,000. Selling at 14. What do we do? 14. 13 then. 13,000. Let's go 13. What do we say? 13. You got the side of 13 on 9 and selling at 13 on bed. At 13, I've got that at 13, selling at 13. 13 on the side of 13. 13 now. At 13,000, I've got that at 13, selling at 13. 13 on bed. At 13, I've got that at 13, selling at 13. Now at 13, the side of 13, you got 250. 3250. The bids on the fourth, selling 3250. At 3250, selling at 3250. Now at 3250. At 3250, selling at 3250. At 3255. 35, selling at 13.5. At 13.5, now at 13.5, selling at 13.5. At 13,005, selling 13.5. At 13,005, what do we do on the phone? 13.5, selling at 13.5. At 13.5, selling at 13.5. 13.5, selling at 13.5. At 13,005, I've got that at 13.5, selling at 13.5. At 13,005, selling at 13.5, at 13.5, at 13.5. At 13,500, we're going to sell him 13,500 rand and selling at 13.5 all in. And 13,500, we sell him 5035 is my highest bidder. Right, now we've got the open heifers. There we go, the 6 open heifers also. They are the same age. They've been running with the bull as well. Been running with the bull. There we go, 6 of them. Here we go, let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? Beautiful heifers. Let's start me off there. What do we say? 12. Let's go 12, 12. What do we say? 12, 12. I've got 12, 12. 11 on bed. 11,000 I've got. 11,000. 11, 12 online. Selling at 12, 12. I've got that at 12. Selling at 12. Got a 250, 12, 250. Selling at 12, 250. 12, 250 on the floor. Greg, 12, 250. I've got 12, 250. Selling at 12, 250. At 12, 250. Now I got a 12, 250. Selling at 12, 250. 12, 250. Now I got a 12, 250. At 12, 250. Selling at 12, 250. Now I got a 12, 250. Selling at 12, 250. At 12, 250. Now I got a 12, 250. 12, 5. 12 and a half. Now I got a 12, 5. At 12,500. Selling at 12, 5. 12 and a half. Selling at 12, 5. At 12,005. I've got that at 12, 5. Got a 12, 5. 12 and a half. Now I got a 12, 5. At 12,500. Selling at 12.5, 12 and a half online and selling at 12.5. At 12,005, selling at 12.5, 12 and a half, I got a 12.5. At 12,500, we're selling online at 12.5, 12.5 with a sell. At 12,500, I've got now got a 12.5 and selling at 12.5, all on. And 12,500, we sell to the buyer number 5032 this time. Going back to you, Taneg. Right, here we go, the cows and calves. We have got here 70 cows and calves. So there's a bit of a story here, so just pay attention. There are 15 older cows in this group. The balance are 2019 models. So the majority of them are 2019s. There are possible 3-in-1s. The Angus bull was put in on the 1st of December. 2019, 2020, 2021. Right, there we go. So they're from 2019, 2020, and 2021 models. So we've got predominantly a younger group of cows and calves here. They are also possible 3-in-1s. The Angus bull was put in on the 1st of December. Average weight there, 44, 45 on the cows, 145 on the calves. Right, there are also 20 to 25 bull calves available to the buyers there to fill the link as well. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much say? 20,000. Let's go 20,000. What do you say? 20,000. What do you say? 20. What do you say? 70 then? 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. You got 70,000. Let's go 17, 17. That's 70,000. Let's go 70,000. What do we say? 70. You got the side of 70,000. Let's go 70,000. Let's go. That's 70,000. Let's kick it off here. 70,000. What do we say? 70. You got 70,000. 70,000. 16 then. That's 16. You got 16. What do you say? 16. You got the side of 16. 16. That's 16. Number around 9 is sitting at 16. 16 out of 16. That's 16. I'm going to 16,000. Sitting at 16,000. Sitting at 16. 16,000. 16,000. You go slowly. It's a big bite. 16,000. At 250. 62. 50. Out of 65. At 60,005. 65. Sitting at 65. 6750. At 70,000. 17 beds. 17. 70. 17 online selling. At 250. 72. 50. 72. 50. At 72. 50. 72. 55. 75. 77. 50. At 77. 50. Sitting at 77. 50. At 77. 50 online. 18 bed. 18,000. 18 bed. Now 250. At 82. 50. Sitting at 82. 50. 82. 50. Sitting at 82. 50. At 82. 50. At 80,000. 250. 82. 50. Sitting at 82. 50. At 82. 50. 82. 50. Sitting at 82. 50. At 82. 50. At 18,000. 250. I've got that 82. 50. At 80,000. 250. I've got that 82. 50. At 82. 50. Sitting at 82. 50. At 18,250 rand. We're going to sell him at 82. 50. Selling all in. And 18,250 we sell to buy number 5047. We do appreciate all your bidding here today. Thank you very much. Now we are selling. We are going to be selling the slaughter cattle. So here we'll also be selling to slaughter these cattle, so there'll be rands per kg. So we've got 11 fat cows here belonging to the Kings, Ken and Grey King from the Bedford district. So they'll be delivered to Bedford and to be loaded out from them. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? Let's go 60 rand. Let's go 60 rand a kilo. What do we say? 60, 60. What do we say? 58. You guys said 58, 58 rand. At 58, Greg, you with us? 58. On the hook price, yes, on the hook price. Right, here we go. 58 rand on bed. 58 rand I've got. We'll go slowly at 58. What do we say? 58, 58. Now 20 at 58, 20. Sitting at 58, 20, 40. At 58, 40. Sitting at 58, 40. Now 58, 40. Sitting at 58, 40 at 60. At 58, 60. Now 58 rand, 60, 58, 80. At 58, 80, 59. I've got down to 59. Sitting at 59, 59 rand. At 59, sitting at 59. Out of 59. I'm at the side of 59. Out of 20. At 59, 20. Sitting at 59, 20. Now at 59, 20. At 59, 40. 59.40, sitting at 59.60, at 59.80, get a 59.80, sitting at 59.80 on 9, sitting at 59.80, 60 rand, 60 on bed, at 60 rand, I've got total 60 rand, sitting at 60 rand, 60 on bed, at 60 rand, I've got total 60 rand, sitting at 60, at 60 rand, now got a 60 rand, sitting at 60, at 60, I've got under 60 rand, sitting at 60, at 60 rand on bed, at 60 rand, I've got under 60 rand, sitting at 60, at 60, we're going to sell them at 60 rand, at 60 rand, I've got under 60 rand, and sitting at 60 rand, we're going to sell them at 60 rand and selling at 60 all in. And 60 rand, thank you, we sell him 5055 is my highest bidder at 60 rand. Now we've got, yes, same story, so we've got the next cow, just a single cow also from the Alexandria Nanaka district. There we go, she weighs 608 rand, 608 kgs she weighs, there we go, but she'll pay a slaughter price. There we go, 58 rand on bed, 58, I've got 58, at 58, I've got 58, so I've got 58, I've got 58, I've got 58, so I've got 58, I've got 58 bed, at 58 rand, so I've got 58, so I've got 58 on bed, 58 rand, so I've got 58, at 58 rand, so I've got 58, so I've got 58, I've got 20, I've got 58, 20, 58, 20, so I've got 58, 20, so I've got 58, 20, I've got 58, 20, at 20, now I've got 58, 20, so I've got 58, 20, now I've got 58, 20, at 58, 20, now I've got 58, 20, so I've got 58, 40, 58, 40, at 58, 40, 60, at 58, 60, now I've got 58, 60, so I've got 58, 60, at 58, 60, now I've got 58, 60, 58, 80, 59, at 59, selling at 59, I've got another 59, selling at 59, at 59, I've got 20, 59, 20, selling at 40, 59, 40, 59, 40, 59, 60, at 59, 60, now I've got 59, 60, selling at 59, 60, at 59 rand 60 cents, selling at 59, 60, at 59, 60, at 59 rand 60, selling at 59, 60, at 59 rand 60 cents, we're going to sell at 59 rand 60, selling at 59, 60, all in. And 59 rand 60 to the same buyer, 5055 is my highest bidder. Right, now we've got lot SL3. There we go, the dairy cross cow. There we go, 360 kilos. Here's what she weighs live weight, but you'll be paying a slaughter price. There we go. She'll be a C0, yes. Right, here we go, let's kick it off, let's go, what do we say, how much say, 40 rand, let's go 40, I'll start you low, 40, let's go 40, 40, what do we say, 40, 40 rand slaughtered, what do we say, 40, what do we say, 40, what do we say, 40, 40, selling at 40, 40 unbed, at 40 rand, selling at 40, 40 unbed, 40, I've got 40, selling at 40, 40 unbed, at 40 rand, selling at 40, now 40, selling at 40, 40, now 40, at 40 rand, I've got 40 rand, selling at 20, 40 rand, 20, 40 rand, 20, selling at 40 rand, 20, selling at 40, now 40 rand, 40, at 40 rand, 40, selling at 40 rand, 60, at 40 rand, 60, selling at 40 rand, 60, 40 rand 60. We're selling this as a slaughtered price. There, now under biller. There we go. 40 rand 80 selling. 40 rand 80. At 40 rand 80 selling at 40 rand 80. At 40 rand 80 selling at 40 rand 80 selling at 40 rand 80. At 40 rand 80 selling at 40 rand 80. I've got another 40 rand 80. 41 bed. 41. I've got 41 selling at 41. At 41 I've got 20. I've got 41 20 selling at 41 20 selling at 41 20. 41 and 20 selling at 41 20. I've got 41 20. I've got 41 20. At 41 20. 41 20 I'm bed. At 41 20 selling at 41 20 selling at 41 20. I've got 41 20. At 41 rand 20 selling at 41 rand 20. We're going to sell him 41 20 and selling Holland. 41 rand 20 cents. Thank you. 5055, and I do thank and the bidder. Right, now we've got SL number 4. So we've got the heifers. There we go. The A-grade heifers. They're weighing an average of 419 kilos. They're not in calf, these heifers. Right, here we go. From the Alexandra Nanaka district, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? At 62 rand. What do we say? 60 rand. 60 rand. Stop me off at 60. At 60, you got this other 60, 60, 60, 60 on bed, 60, 60, 60 on bed. At 60 on bed on lines. It's on the floor. 60 on the floor. 60 on bed. At 60 rand, 60 on the floor. Selling at 60 on the floor. Now 20. At 60 rand, 20. What do we do? 60 rand, 20, 40. At 60 rand, 40, 60 rand, 40, 60 rand, 60. At 60, 60, 60, 80. At 60 rand, 80. Selling at 60 rand, 80. 61 online. At 61, 61, 20. At 61, 20, 61, 40, 61, 40, 60. At 61, 60. Selling at 61, 60, 61, 80 online. At 61, 80, 62. 62 on bed, 62 selling, now 20, 62 20, at 62 20 40, at 62 40, 62 60, 62 60, 62 80, beds on the floor, 62 80, 63 online, at 63 selling at 63 online, 20, at 63 20 selling at 63 20, at 63 20, at 63 40, at 63 40 60, at 63 60, at 63 60, now 63 60, 63 80 online. 63.80, 64 rand, at 64 on bed, at 64, I've got to 64, selling at 64, 64 on bed, at 64.20, 64.20, I'm selling at 64.20, at 64.20, the bed's online and selling at 64 rand 20 cents and selling at 64 rand 20 online and selling at 64.20 all on. And 64 rand 20 cents we sell, 5022. Sorry, 5055. So glad you guys are awake here. 5055 we got. Now we've got, there we go, the red Brahman bull. He's roughly 2 years old. He weighs 560. No, so we're going to go unit price on this one. We're going to sell this one per head, unit price, unit price. To all my buyers out there, if you can just work it out there, unit price, we're going to be selling 560 kilos. We got. Right, here we go. What do we say? Let's go 15,000. I'll start you off at 15,000. Let's go 15,000. What do we say? 15. At 15,000. What do we say? 15,000. We're going to sell a unit price. 15,000. Let's go 15. What do we say? 15. 15. You got 15. 15. 15. 15. At 15,000. What do we say? 15,000. What do we say? 15,000. What do we say? 15. What do we say? 15. 15. How much then? 15. At 15. What do we say? 15. 14 then. 14,000. Let's go 14,000. What do we say? 14. At 14. 13 then. 13,000. Let's go 13. At 13,000. What do we say? 13,000. Let's go 13. 13. 12 then. 12, 12, let's go. What do we say? 12, let's go 12, 12 go, 12, 12 on bed. At 12 on line, selling at 12, 12 on bed, at 12, 12 selling at 12. At 12, I've got 12, selling at 12, 12 on bed, 12, I've got 12, 12 selling at 12. At 12, I've got the 12, 12, selling at 12, got a 250, now got a 12, 250, 12, 255, 12, 5, 12 and a half, selling at 12, 5. At 12,005, 12 and a half, selling at 12, 5, got a 750. At 12, 750, selling at 12, 750, 13 bid, 13,000 selling. At 13, now got a 250, 3250, selling at 3255. At 35, 3750, 3750, 14 bid. At 40,000, selling at 14, 14 bid, 14 selling at 14. 14 now 250. 42.55, 45, selling at 45, at 40,005, selling at 45, 45, selling at 45, 750, 47.50, 47.50, at 47.50, got a 47.50, selling at 47.50, at 47.50, selling at 40,750, at 47.50, selling 40,750, Roland, 15,000. 15,000 is back, 15, 15 unbid, at 15 I got 15, selling at 15, selling at 15, 50, 15, at 50,000, 15, selling at 15, 15,000, selling at 15, at 15 I got a 250, at 52.50, selling at 52.50, selling at 52.50, at 52.50 I got a 52.50, at 50,000, 250 selling, at 52.50 I've got a 52.50, selling at 52.50, at 15,250 rand and selling at 52.50 all in, and 15,250. Okay, we're going to be a little bit short on that, my highest bidder. We're a bit short on that animal there. All right, we're going to be kicking into the sheep here. Here we go, lot S1. So these lots from lot S1 to S5, the highest bidder may take the lot. So you may take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 lots. There are 124 of these sheep available. We're going to be selling them rands per kilo. They will be delivered and weighed at the Bedford Stock Fair pens next week, Tuesday. So we've got 4 6-tooth merino ewes belonging to Brockwell Farming, 3.5 months worth of wool in them. Right, here we go. And let's take it away. What do you say, 35? Greg, what do we say? 35 rand. Let's go 35. Let's stop here. Let's go to 35. What do you say? 35. Let's go to 35 rand. Let's go. 35, 35, 35, 35. Let's stop here for 35. At 35, I've got 35, 35, 35, 35, 20. At 35, 20, 35, 20, 35, 20. At 35 rand 20, I'm going to go 35, 20. What do you say? 35, 20, 35, 20, 35, 20. At 35 rand 20, I've got 35, 20, 35, 20, 35, 40. At 35, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40 I'm bid. At 35, 40, I've got 35, 40, 35, 40. Okay, sorry, there's just an announcement. These sheep will be delivered and weighed in Bedford on Wednesday, not Tuesday as I announced. So on Wednesday. Right, here we go. 35.40 on bid, 35.40, selling at 35.40, 35.40, 35.40 on bid, 35.40. At 35.40, what do we do? Bump here, 35.40, selling at 35.40, 35.40, 35.40. At 35.40, I'm going to 35.40, selling at 35.40. At 35.40, 35.40, I'm going to 35.40. At 35.40, selling at 35.40, 35.40 on bid. At 35 rand 40, I've got 35.40, selling at 35.40. At 35 rand 40 cents and selling at 35.40. At 35 rand 40, selling at 35.40, 35.40. We're going to sell them at 35 rand 40 cents, 35.50. 35.50 online, 35.50, selling at 35.50, at 35.50 now at 35.50, selling at 35.50, 60, 35.60, at 35.60, selling at 35.60, at 35.70 now at 35.70, 35.70, at 35.70 now at 35.70, 35.70, 35.70 a bid, at 35.80 now at 35.80, selling at 35.80, 35.80, 35.80, I'm selling at 35.90, at 35.90, selling at 35.90, selling at 35.90, at 35 rand 90 cents, I'm selling at 35.90, 36 rand, at 36 I'm bid, at 36 I've got 36 selling, 36 down, at 36 rand selling at 36, now at 36, at 36 rand, 36 on bid, at 36 I've got at 36 rand selling at 36, at 36, 36, at 36 rand I'm selling at 36, now at 36, selling at 36, at 36 rand I've got at 36, where to sell, 36 rand, 36, we're selling at 36 rand and selling Holland, and 36 rand. I do thank my buyer who is sitting all the way in Cape Town. I'm going to ask you how many lots you would like. You've got the option to take lot S1 to S6, sorry, lot S1 to S5. If you may wish, you can select online there, Brian. You've got the option of buying and selecting which lots you would like. 5021 is my highest bidder. Right, thank you. My highest bidder is taking lot S1 and S2, so he's just taking the 2 lots there. So we've got lot 3, 4, and 5 left, so there'll be 74 left. Should the highest bidder want to take 1, 2, or 3 lots? He's just taking the 2 lots. Right, here we go. Let's take it away. Let's go. What do you say? 35 on bed. 35, 35, 35, 35. I've got 35. Sitting at 35. 35 bed. At 35, at 20, 35, 20, 35, 40, 35, 40. Sitting at 35, 40. At 35, 40, 35, 40, 60. Now at 35, 60. Sitting at 35, 60. At 80, 35, 80. At 35, 80. Sitting at 35, 80. Sitting at 35, 80. At 35 and 80. Sitting at 35, 80. Sitting at 35, 80. 35, 80. At 35 and 80. I've got 35, 80. Sitting at 35, 80. At 35, 80 bed. At 35, 80. Sitting at 35, 80. 35, 80 on bed. At 35 and 80, sitting at 35, 80, I've got that at 35, 80, 35, 80, you're going to sell at 35, 90, 35, 90, 35, 90, 35, 90, sitting at 35, 90, I've got that at 35, 90, at 35, 90, asking 36, 35, 90 bed, at 35, 90, you're going to sell, 35, 90, at 35, 90, sitting at 35, 90, 36 on bed, at 36, I've got 36 now at 36 bed, at 36 rand, sitting at 36, 36 bed, at 36 rand, I've got that at 36, 36, at 36 rand, I've got that at 36 rand, 36 rand, sitting at 36, you're going to sell them at 36, at 36 rand, final warning at 36, all in. And 36 rand, thank you, 5023. And you may also have the choice of taking S3, S4, or S5. I'll give you the option there to take 1, 2, or 3 lots, 74 in total. Just taking S3 and S4. So there we go. We have got the last lot of lot S5, which is going to be left. There are 24 in this group. Right, here we go. And again, what do we say? How much say? 35. Let's go 35. 35 on bed. 35, bed on the floor. 35, I've got 35. Sitting at 35. At 35 rand, sitting at 35. 35, I've got that at 35. Sitting at 35. 35 bed. 35 rand, sitting at 35. Got at 35. Sitting at 35. On the side at 35. Sitting at 35. At 35, got at 20. 35, 20. Sitting at 35. 20, got at 40. At 35, 40 bed on the floor. 35, 40. 35, 40 bed. At 35, 40. 60. Got at 35, 60. 35, 60 online. 35, 60 online. And sitting at 35.60, sitting at 35.60, at 35 rand 60 cents, sitting at 35.60, 35.60, at 35 rand 60, I've got 35.60. These are delivered and weighed in Bedford. And 35.60, here we go, 35.60, we've got 35.60 online and sitting at 35.60. At 35 rand 60, you're going to sell them at 35.60. At 35 rand 60, you're 35.60, you're going to sell them at 35 rand 60. At 35.60 and selling at 35.60, all in. And 35 rand 60 to buy number 5023. Right, we have got lot number S6 and S7. The highest bidder may take one or both. We're selling for Peter and Nick Barker. These are 2 4-tooth merino hummels. Then they weigh an average there of 42 kilos. There are 60 of them in total. The highest bidder may take one or both pens. Also delivered and weighed in Bedford, and you'll be invoiced on the weight. Price per kilo on the weight, weighed in Bedford. Right, here we go, let's go. What do we say? How much say? And 40 rand, let's go. 40 rand, what do you say? 40 rand, what do you say? 38, 38, 38, 38, 38. Okay, so you'll see on the video there, there's a sheep there that is a bit poorer than the rest. It is not included. So there we go. What do we say? 38 rand. What do we say? 38. Let's go 38. 2 4-tooth hummels. 38 rand. What do we say? 38, 38. What do we say? 38, 38, 38 on bed. 38 sitting at 38, 38. I've got 38 sitting at 38. I'm at the side of 38 bed. 38 rand sitting at 38, 38 on bed. 38 sitting at 38, 38 on bed. 38, 38. 38, 38. The bids on the floor. 38 bed. 38 bed. 38 I've got 38 bed. 38 I've got 38 against you online. 38 on bed. 38 the bids on the floor and sitting at 38, 38 on bed. 38 down. What do we do? 38. At 38 rand, sitting at 38, 38, almost at 38, sitting at 38, now at 20. At 38, 20, sitting at 38, 20, got a 40. At 38, 40, the bids on the phone, sitting at 38, 40. At 38, 40, sitting at 38, 40, got a 40, got a 40, at 38, 40. At 38, 40, 60. At 38, 60, 38, 80, the bids on the floor. At 38, 80 on bed, 38, 80, now at 38, 80. At 38, 80, 38, 80 on bed. At 38, 80, now at 38, 80, sitting at 38, 80. At 38, 80, sitting at 38, 80. I'll take a small one. 39 on bed. 39.20, 39.20, sitting at 39.20, now at 39.20, at 39.20, sitting at 39.20, sitting at 39.20, at 39.20, I've got that at 39.20, it's against us online and sitting, at 39.20, now at 39.20, at 39.20, sitting at 39.20, at 39.20, at 39.20, go at 39.20, 39.20, at 39.20, Ban, what do we do at 39.20, at 40, at 39.30, 39.30, I'll take a 39.30. At 39.30, sitting at 39.30. At 39.30, sitting at 39.30. I've got that at 39.30. At 39.30, sitting 39.30. I've got that at 39.30. At 39.30 and sitting 39.30. All on. At 39.30. How many lots would you like to take? You've got the option of number 6 and number 7.
It takes one lot, 36.
Right, here we go. 30. He's just taking S6. Just taking lot S6. Right, here we go. Now we've got just lot S7 there, 30 them. And 39 unbid, 39, the bids on the floor, 39, 39 I've got, 39 sitting at 39, sitting at 39, 39, 39, 39 unbid, 39 I've got, 39 bid, at 39 rand sitting at 39, I've got 39 sitting at 39, 39 unbid, at 39 rand sitting at 39, 39 I've got 39 sitting at 39, at 39 rand sitting at 39, 39 unbid, at 39 rand sitting at 39, 39 I've got 39, at 39 is against us on 9 and selling at 39 rand, at 39 and selling all on, and 10, 39.10. 39.10, sitting at 39.10. Taking it, 39.10, sitting at 39.10. At 20, 39.20. At 39.20 on the floor and sitting at 39.20. 39.20, 30, 39.30, 40. 39.40, sitting at 39.40, 39.40. At 39.40, 50, 39.50, 39.50. At 39.50, sitting at 39.50, 39.50. At 39.50, selling 39.50. At 39.50, sitting at 39.50. Marina Hummels, 39.50. At 39.50, sitting at 39.50. Going to sell him at 39.50. At 39.50 and selling at 39.50, selling 39.50 and selling all on. And 39.50 we sell to buy number 5032. Right, yes. We're selling for the King family, Grey and King. So I'm going to offer up lot number S8, S9 and S10. So here we've got Hummels. They weigh 55 kilos. We've got Hummels. 55 kilos is their average predicted weight. They will also be delivered and weighed in Bedford, and the price will be per kg on the weight weighed in Bedford. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. Let's go. What do you say? 35. Let's go 35. 35 rand, sitting at 35. 35 on bed. 35 on the floor, sitting at 35. 35 bed. At 35 and sitting at 35 at 20. 35 20. 35 20. Now at 35 20. 35 20. Sitting at 35 20. Sitting at 35 20. Now at 35 20. 40. At 35 40. Sitting at 35 40. 35 40. 60. At 35 60. 35 60. 35 60. 35 60. At 35 60. We got telephone bidders at 35 60. 35 80. At 35 80. Sitting at 35 80. I've got 35 80. Sitting at 35 80. 36 rand, 36 on the phone, 36 on the phone, sitting at 36 on the phone, at 36.20, 36.20, 36.20, sitting at 36.20, 40, 36.40, 60, 36.60, 36.60, sitting at 36.60, at 36.60, 36.80, at 36.80, 40, 37, 37, 37.20, at 37.20, sitting at 37.20, 37.20, 40, at 40, 40, 37.40, sitting at 37.40, 60, 37.60, 37.60, 37.60, the bets on 37.80. 38 on 9, selling at 38 on 9, selling at 38. At 38 now at 20, 38 20, selling at 38 20, at 38 20, 40, at 38 40, 40 60, 38 60, 38 60, at 38 60, at 38 60, selling at 38 60, 38 60, 80, at 38 80, 38 80, at 38 80, selling at 38 80, 39, 39 bed, 39, 39 20. 39 20, 39 20, selling at 39 20, 39 20, selling at 39 20, at 39 20, selling at 39 20, selling at 39 20, 40, 39 40, 39 40, selling at 39 40, 40, 39 40, at 39 40, selling at 39 40, selling at 39 40, at 39 40, we're going to sell at 39 60, 39 60, at 39 60, 39 60, at 39 60, let's go, 39 60, at 39 60, 39 80. 39.80, let's go 39.80. At 39.80, let's sell him at 39.80, selling 39.80 at 40 rand. I've got 40, selling at 40. At 40 rand, selling at 40, 40, selling at 40. At 40, I've got 40 rand, 40, I've got 40 rand, 40 on bed. At 40 rand, selling at 40. Now at 40, selling at 40. At 20, selling at 40 rand 20. At 40 rand 20, selling at 40 rand 20 cents, selling at 40 20. At 40 rand 20, I've got a 49 20, got a 40 40. At 40 40, selling at 40 40. At 40 40, selling at 40 40. At selling at 40 40, selling at 40 40. At 40 40, now got a 40 40. At 40 rand 40 cents, selling at 40 40. At 40 rand 40 cents 60, now got a 40 rand 60, selling at 40 60. At 40 rand 60, 40 rand 60. At 40 rand 60, selling at 40 60. I've got 40 80. At 40 rand 80, selling at 40 rand 80. At 40 rand 80, selling at 40 80. At 40 80, selling 40 80, selling at 40 80. What about 41 rand? 40 rand 80 I've got. At 40 rand 80, selling at 40 80. At 40 rand 80 cents, selling online 40 80. At 40 rand 80 cents, selling 40 80. All on. 40 rand 80 cents to buy number 5032. The highest bidder, how many are you taking? You've got the option to take 1, 2, or 3 pens. We'll just find him there quick. Please remember these are prices paid per kg, weighed in Bedford. The sheep will be delivered and weighed in Bedford. Your final invoicing will be the price paid today times the weight weighed in Bedford. Right, just the one lot then. There we go. So now we've got lot S9, S10. There we go. Right, here we go. Just bear with us for half a second. So we've got slot number S9 and 10. Greg, we're back online. S9, S10. The highest bidder's got the option to take one or both. There we go. We've got 18 left. 28 left. The Hummels, here we go, they're weighing roughly 55 kilos. Right, here we go. Again, what do we say? How much there? 40 rand. Let's go. 40 rand, selling at 40. 40 on bed, selling 40. 40 on bed. 40, I've got 40 on the floor, selling at 40. At 40 on the floor, selling at 40. Now got 40, selling at 40. 40 on the bed. At 40, 40, now got 40, selling at 40. 40, I'm going to 40, 20. At 40, 20, selling at 40, 20, 40. At 40, 40, selling at 40, 40. Selling at 40, 40. At 40 rand, 40 cents, I've got 40 rand, 40 cents on bed. At 40 rand, 40. Selling at 40 rand, 40. Greg? 40, 40 on bed, on the floor. 40 rand, 40, bed on the floor. At 40 rand, 40, selling at 40 rand, 40, I've got 60. At 40 rand, 60, selling at 40 rand, 60. 40 rand, 60 cents, selling at 40 rand, 60, selling at 40, 60. 40 rand, 60, we sell to my highest bidder, 5021. I'm going to ask you how many lots you would like to take, S9 and 10, I presume.
Just the one. S9.
Just taking the one lot. There we go, lot S9. So there will be 18 left there. Lot number S10 will be 18 left. And again, right, here we go. Let's take it away. What do we say? How much say 40 rand? It's got 40. At 40 rand, you have the side of 40 rand. What do you say? 40, you have the side of 40. What do you say? 40, what do you say? 40, 40, 39. 39 on bed. 39, selling at 39. 39, I've got 39, selling at 39. At 39, the bids on the floor, selling at 39. 39, I've got 39, selling at 39. At 39 rand, selling at 39. 39, selling at 39. 39 on bed. At 39 rand, selling at 39. 39, I've got 39, selling at 39. At 39, 20, 39, 20, 39, 20, 39, 20. At 20, 20, 40, 39, 40, selling at 39, 40, 39, 40. At 39, 40 on bed. 39, 40, selling at 39, 40. At 39, 40, selling at 39, 40. What do you do at 39, 40? At 39, 60. 39.60, 39.80, at 39.80, sitting at 39.80, I've got that at 39.80, at 39.80, what do we do? 39.80, 40 rand, 40 on 9, selling at 40, 40 on bed, 40 on 9, at 40 rand, selling at 40, 40 on bed, 40 rand, selling at 40 rand, I'm selling another 40 rand, selling at 40, at 40, I've got another 40, selling at 40, at 40 rand and selling at 40, 40 on bed, at 40 rand, selling at 40, 40 I'm got a 40, another 40, at 40 rand, selling at 40, 40 the bids on 9 and selling at 40, at 40 rand and selling at 40, 40, rolling. And 40 rand, he buys lot number S10. Thank you. 5032 is my highest bidder. Right, now we've got lot number S11 selling for the King family. These are 6-tooth merino ewes. The average weight is around about 45 kilos. 45 kilos we have. Right, here we go. Let's take it away. Let's start your flow. 35. Let's go 35, 35, 35 bed. At 35, not at 35, selling at 35, 35, we'll start at 35, 35 on bed, 35, 35, 35, 20, 35, 20, selling at 35, 20, selling at 35, 20, I've got that at 35, 20, at 35, 20, 40, 35, 40, 35, 40, 60, at 35, 60, selling at 35, 60, selling at 35, 60, it's against the phone, 35, 80, at 35, 80, 40 on bed, 36 rand, 36, 36.20, 36.20, 40, 36.40, selling at 36.40, at 36.40 on the phones, 36.40, at 36.40, 60, at 36.80, at 36.80, selling at 36.80, now at 36.80, at 36.80, selling at 36.80, at 37, 37 bed, at 20, 37.20, at 37.20, 37.20, at 37.20, selling at 37, 37.40, 37.40, 60, 37.60, at 37.60, I've got 37.60, at 37.60, 37.80, at 37.80, 38 bucks, 38 rand, at 38 selling, 38 on bed, 38 bed, at 38 rand, not at 38, selling at 38 on the phone and selling at 38, 20, 40, 38.40, at 38.40, now at 38.40, 60, at 38.60, 38.80, at 38.80, 38.80, at 38.80, selling at 38.80, 39 online, at 39, not 20, 39.20, at 39.20, selling at 39.20, I've got that at 39.20, 40, 39.40, 60, 39.60, 39.60 bed, at 39.60 on the phone and selling 39.60, 80, at 39.80, at 40 rand, 40 on bed, at 40 rand, selling at 40, 40, 40 rand, 20. 40 rand 20 on the other phone, 40 rand 20, at 40 rand 20, sitting at 40 rand 20, at 40 rand 20, sitting at 40 rand 20, at 40 rand 20 cents and selling. 40 rand 20 cents, we sell to the phone. Right, here we go, we have got lot number S12, there we go. We've got the full mouth merino ewes. We've got their weighing between 45 and 47 kilos. Still selling for the King family. Right, here we go. And let's take it away, let's go. What do you say? I'm going to 38, 38, 38, 38 on bed, 38, selling at 38, 38 on bed, 38 rand, 38, I've got another 38, selling at 38. And 38 rand, selling at 38, 38, now 38, selling at 38, now 38, to the side of 38, 38, selling at 38 bed. At 38 rand, selling at 38, I've got another 38, selling at 38, now 20, 38, 20, 40. At 38, 40, selling at 38, 40, 38, 40, selling at 38, 40. At 40, 60, 38, 60, 38, 80. At 38, 80, selling at 38, 80, now 38, 80, selling at 38, 80. 39 rand, 39, selling at 39. At 39, selling at 39, 39, selling at 39. At 39, selling at 39, got a 20. 39.20 on the phone, selling 39.20, 40. At 39.40 online, 39.40, selling online, 39.40. At 39.40, 39.40, 39.40, 60. 39.60. 39.60, I've got 39.60, 39.60, back to the phone. At 39.80 online, selling at 39.80. At 39.80, I've got 39.80, 39.80 bed. At 39.80, selling 39.80, 40 rand. 40 rand, 40 on bed, 40 selling at 40. At 40 rand, selling at 40, 40 on bed, 40 rand. At 40 rand, selling at 40, on the phone, selling 40 rand. At 40 rand, I've got 40 rand, selling at 40. At 40 rand, selling 40 rand, 40. At 40 rand, we're going to sell them on the phone and selling at 40, all on. 40 rand we sell on the phone.
Okay, so that's 10 and 10, so it's going to be 20 you bought.
Right, now we've got the Fino Hummels. We've got them, they're weighing an average of 60 kilos. And the last of the King's sheep here on sale, 60 kilos, weighed, delivered in Bedford. Yes, yeah, so there's no video on this lot, but you guys know the King's Hummels. Those of you who are busy buying, most of you buy there at Bedford, so you do know the quality of those Hummels. Right, here we go. Let's take it away. Lot number is 13. What do we say? 34, we say 38, 38. Let's go. 38, 38 to go. 38, what do we say? 38 rand, 38. Let's go. 38. 38 rand, sitting at 38, 38, 37 number. 37 on the 37, 37 bed. 37 number the side 37, sitting at 37, number 37. 37 rand, sitting at 37. I've got 37, sitting at 37, got a 20. At 37, 20, got a 37, 20, now got a 37, 20. At 37, 20, 40, now got a 37, 40. At 37 and 40, sitting at 37, 40, 7, 60, 80, 37, 80. At 37, 80, 37, 80 online, sitting at 37, 80. 38 rand. 38 number, 38 now 20, 38 20, sitting at 38 20, at 38 20 now 40, 38 40, sitting at 38 40, at 38 40, 38 60, 38 60, 38 60 number, at 38 60, 38 80, 38 80, at 39 number, 39 up 39, sitting at 39, 39 bed, at 39 and sitting at 39 up 39, at 20, 39 20, at 39 40, 39 40, sitting at 39 40, at 60, 39 60, 39 and 60, 39 and 60, sitting at 39 80. 39.80 at 39.80, what do we do? 40 rand, 40 ambed at 40.20, now at 40.20, 40.20 ambed at 40 rand 40, at 40 rand 40, 60, 40 rand 80, 40 rand 80, at 40 rand 80, selling at 40 rand 80, 41 bed, at 41 up at 41, selling at 41, 41 ambed, at 41, selling at 41, out of 41, out of 20, 41 20, 41 20, 40, 41 40, at 41 40, 60. 4160, 4180, at 4180, sitting at 4180, 42 embed, at 42, now at 20, 4220, sitting at 4220, at 4240, 4240, 42 and 40, sitting at 4240, sitting at 4240, at 60, 4260, 4280, at 42 and 80, 4280, sitting at 4280, at 4280, 43 online, at 43, sitting at 43, sitting at 43, got a 20, at 4320, sitting at 4320, 4320, 4320 bed, at 43 and 20, sitting at 4320, 40, at 4340, sitting at 4340, at 43 and 40, selling at 4340, 4340, 4340 I've got, 4360, 4360 I'm bed, 4360, 4380, at 4380 I've got out of 4380, what do we do? 4380, 4380, I've got 4380 I'm bed, at 4380, at 4380, 44 I'm bed, got a 44, at 44 selling at 44 rand, 20. 44.20 at 44.20, selling at 44.20, now at 44.20 at 44.20, selling at 44.20 at 44 and 20, 40, 44.40, selling at 44.40 at 44.40, I've got 44.60. 44.60 at 44.60, I'm got 44.60, selling at 44.60 at 44.80, 44.80 at 44.80, what do you say? 45, 45 and bed at 45 rand, selling at 45, 45, I'm got 45 at 45 rand, selling at 45 at 45 rand, selling at 45, I'm going to sell at 45 at 45 rand, I'm got 45 at 20, at 45 20, 45 20 at 45 20, I'm got 45 20, 40 at 45 40, selling at 45 40, 45 40. 45 40 bed, 45 40 at 45 40, selling at 45 40, another 45 40 at 45 rand 40 cents, selling 45 40 at 45 rand 40, selling at 45 40, selling at 45 40 at 45 rand 40 cents and selling at 45 40, all in. 45 rand 40 cents, we sell to buy number 5032. Right, here we go, lot number S18, there are 30 of them selling for Rockview, the Funnikirk brothers. These are the C-grade ewes, beautiful, beautiful ewes, averaging weight between 50 and 52 kilos. Same thing applies, delivered and weighed in Bedford. There we go. And let's kick it off. Let's go. Let's say 35. I'll start you there. 35. Let's go. 35, 35, 35. Sitting at 35. 35. I've got 35. Sitting at 35. At 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 on the floor. Sitting at 35 on the floor. Selling. At 35 and sitting at 35. 35. I've got 35. Sitting at 35. At 35, 35. Now at 20. Got 35, 20. Got 40, 40, 60. 35, 60, 35, 60. Selling at 35, 60. At 35 and 60. Selling at 35, 60, 80. At 35, 80, 35, 80. Selling at 35, 80. At 35 and 80. Selling at 35, 80. 36 now. At 36 bed. 36. Selling at 36. 36 20, 36 20, 40, 36 40, at 36 40, now 60, 36 60, 36 80, now at 36 80, at 36 80, 37, at 37, at 37, at 37, at 37, at 37, selling at 37, 37, selling at 37, 7, 37 rand, I've got a 37, going to sell on the floor, at 37 rand, selling at 37, at 37 on the side, 37 rand, selling at 37, at 37, I've got a 20, 37 20, selling at 37 20, 40, 37 40, 37 40, selling at 37 40, at 37 40, selling at 37 40, at 37 60, 37 60, 80, 37 80, 37 80, at 37 80, I'm going to 37 80, at 37 80, selling at 37 80, selling 37 80, all in. 37 Rand 80. Greg, on the floor, 37.80. Thank you, number 88 buys. Thank you, number 88.
Unit price, huh?
Yes, here we go. We've got Peter Gower selling. These are lot number S19. We're going to be selling these as a unit price. So here we go. They are Dorper Meatmaster Cross ewes. So these are from the Anne's Villa district. There is Hartwater here where these sheep run. And he's selling his whole flock of ewes, of all his sheep and his pearl goats. So they're up for sale there today. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much? Let's start me off at 2,000. Let's go 2. Had to go 2,000, selling at 2. What do we say? 2. 2,000. Let's go. Had to go this side at 2,000. What do we say? 1,800, selling at 18. What do we do at 18? At 1,800 Rand, selling at 1,800. What do we do at 1,800? At 1,800. What do we say? 1,800. Go this side. 1,800, selling at 18. 18. What do we say? 18. 1,800. 1,700 then. 17. What do we do? At 70 guys. 17. Now at 17. What do we say? 1,700. At 1,700. Anyone interested? 1,700. Let's start you at 16. 1,600. Nobody want them. 1,600. At 1,600. Let's go at 1,600 to stop you off at 16. 1,600. Is there any interest there at 1,600? At 1,600, so we pass them by. Right, let's just pass those ones by. Right, now we've got the maiden ewes, the Meatmaster maiden ewes. There are 12 of them. Also at the Anne's Villa district. There we go. Right, here we go. And again, let's go. What do we say? How much? Let's go 1,600. What do we say? 16, 15. Go to the side of 15. 1,500. Stop over 15. 1,500. What do we say? 50. 15 to go. 1,500 Rand starting at 1,500. What do we say? 15. 1,500. What do we say? 50. 50. 14 then. At 1,400. I'm not going to come any lower. At 1,400. Let's stop now. 1,400. Let's go. At 1,400. What do we say? 14. 14. 14. At 1,400. Nobody wants the bid. 1,400. Go to the side of 14. 14 on bid. 14 on 9. Sitting at 14. At 1,400. Sitting at 14. Sitting at 14. 14. At 1,400. Sitting at 14. At 14. Sitting at 14. At 1,400 Rand. Sitting at 14. Sitting at 14. 14 selling. At 1,400 Rand. Sitting at 14. 1,400. At 1,400 Rand. Sitting at 1,400. Sitting at 14. At 1,400 Rand. Sitting at 14. At 1,400. Selling 1,400 all in. And 1,400 Rand. I must just contact the seller. No, we're going to be a bit short on them. We've got our seller on the line there. We're going to be a little bit short on them. Thank you. My highest bidder was 5,032. Now we've got, here are the Meatmaster ewes. There are 90 of these ewes. We're going to be selling the lot. They've been running with the ram as well. They're due to lamb down in April. Right, here we go. There are 90 of them. And let's kick it off. Let's go. What do we say? Let's go at 1,800. I'll start you low at 1,800. Let's go at 1,800. The other side, 1,800. The Meatmaster ewes. 1,800. Let's go at 1,800. 18. At 1,800 Rand, selling at 18. What do you do at 1,800? Selling at 18. 1,800. At 18 to go. At 1,800. Selling at 18. At 18. What do you say? 17 then. 17 to go. 1,700. At 70 you guys. 1,700. Selling at 17. 17. What do you do? At 1,700. Selling at 1,700. 17. 17. 17. At 1,700 Rand. The other side of 1,700. What do you do at 1,700? At 70 you guys. 1,700. Selling at 17. 17. At 1,700. There's no interest. At 1,700, we'll pass them by. Right, we'll pass those ones by as well. Right, here we go in the Meatmaster Rams. Have we got 5 of them? Meatmaster Rams, here we go. And let's kick it off. Okay, right, we're going to pass those, that lot by as well. So S22, we'll just pass them by. Now we're going to go into the goats. We've got the goats coming up. We are sitting for Justin Stirk. They are from the Southfield district, just short of Grahamstown, so also run on virulent Hartwater Veld. We're going to be selling them per head, per unit. There we go. We've got 5 in the first group. The highest bidder may take lot number G1 all the way down to G7, should you wish. There are 50 of these goats on offer, but the highest bidder may take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 groups. The first lot we got here, there are 5 in this group. Right, here we go. Beautiful maiden ewes. And let's kick it off there. What do you say? I'm going to say, let's go. What do you say? 2.5, 2.5. 2.5, 2.3, and let's go 2,003 to the other side of 2,003, selling at 2.3, 2.3 on bed. At 2003, I've got 2-3 bid this side of 2-3, now got a 2-3. At 50, 2-3, 50, sitting at 2-3, 50, sitting at 2-3, 50. At 2004, 2-4, got a 2-4, got a 50. At 2-4, 50, 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50, 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, got a 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. Now 5, 2.5, 2-5 bid. At 2005, the bid's on the phone, sitting at 2-5. At 2005, I got down at 2-5, sitting at 2-5. At 2,500, sitting at 2-5, 2.5, now at 2-5. At 2,500, sitting at 2-5, 2.5, now at 2-5. At 2,500, sitting at 2-5. 2,500, yes, these goats will be delivered here in Grahamstown next week Thursday. So 2,500 I'm bid, 2,500, 2,500 I've got 2,500 bid. At 2,500 sitting at 2,500, 2,500 I've got. At 2,005 sitting at 2,500, 2,500 at 2,500. At 2,500 we're going to set them at 2,500 Rand and sitting at 2,500 Holland. Thank you. Buy number 92. How many lots would you like, sir? You're going to take 10. So he's going to take the first 2 lots, lot number G1, G2, have been sold for 2,500. So we've got lot number G3 down to G7. So there are 40 remaining, 40 goats remaining, sitting. The first 2 groups will be 5 and 5 and 10 and 10 following that. The highest bidder may take 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 lots. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off again. What is Thomas say? 2-4 on bed, 2-4, 2-4, sitting at 2-4, 2-4, now at 2-4, sitting at 2-4, now at 2-4. At 2004, I'm sitting at 2-4, now at 2-4, got a 50, 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, now at 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, I've got 2-4, 50. The bird's on the phone at 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50, at 2-4, 50. At 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50, at 2-4, 50. At 2004, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. At 2004, 50, I've got that at 2-4, 50, sitting at 2-4, 50. At 2,450 Rand, I've got that 2,450, sitting at 2,450, all in. At 2,450, how many groups would you like to take? I've just got my highest bidder on the phone there. Right, so he's taking 20 goats, so he's taken lot G3, G4, and G5. G3, G4, and G5.
So if the end of the day we end up with 14 G,
and G5, yes. So we've got G6 and G7 remaining. So there are 20 goats, 20 of these, these goats remaining, the maidens, the Burwood maidens. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off again. What do we say? How much say? Let's go 2-4. Let's go 2-4. 2-4 on bed. 2004. 2-4 sitting at 2-4. At 2004, I've got that at 2-4 sitting at 2-4. Not at 2-4 bed. At 2004, I'm sitting at 2-4. 2-4, I've got that at 2-4. At 2004, sitting at 2-4. Not at 2-4. At 2004, sitting at 2-4. 2004 on bed. At 2004, I've got that at 2004. I'm sitting at 2-4. At 2004, I'm sitting at 2-4. Not at 2-4. 2-4 bed. At 2004, bids on the floor. 2-4 sitting at 2-4. At 2004, what about you? 2-4. 2-4 sitting. At 2004, I've got that at 2-4 sitting at 2-4. At 2,400 sitting at 2-4. 2-4 I've got at 2,400 against us online and sitting at 2,400. Wallen. 2,400. All right, so those are subject to confirmation on those goats. So lot 6 and 7. Right, here we go. Now we're going to be setting lot G11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. There are 250 of these Angora Kapatas available. So we are setting for Karua Leli Landgoed. They weigh between 48 and 50 kilos. They are cleanly shorn. And they, in the Somerset East district, they're about 20 k's from Somerset East. The highest bidder is going to fetch them on the farm 20 k's from Somerset East. So we're going to be selling these at a live weight, a rands per kg weight, rands per kg. They'll be weighed on the farm straight onto your truck. All right, I've just been told they weigh an average of 47 kilos. An average of 47, we will weigh them on the farm as you load, they'll get weighed, and that will be the final invoicing weight. So the weight weighed on the farm before they get onto the truck, that'll be your final invoicing weight. Right, here we go. Rands per kilo. Here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much there? At 25 rand. Let's go 25. What do we say? 25. Let's go 25. At 25, we got the side of 25. What do we say? 25, we got the side of 24. At 24, 24. Let's go 24 rand. At 24, selling at 24 on bed. At 24, I got a 24. Got a 24 on the floor. 24 bed. At 24 on the floor. Selling at 24. 24 on bed. At 24 rand, selling at 24, I got a 24, I got a 24. At 24, at 24, selling at 24, I got a 24, at 20. 24, 20, selling at 24, 20, selling at 24, 20. At 24, 20 online and selling at 24, 20. At 40, 24, 40, back to the floor. At 24, 40, selling at 24, 40, 60. At 24, 60, I'm going to 24, 60. 24, 60, 80. At 24, 80. At 24, 80, back to the floor and selling at 25, 25 online. At 25, selling at 25, online, selling at 25. At 25 rand, selling at 25, online and selling at 25. At 25 rand, I've got that at 25, selling at 25. At 25 rand, I've got that at 25, selling at 25. 25 rand is selling 25. At 25 rand, I've got that at 25, it's against us now. At 25 rand, I've got that at 25 rand, selling at 25. At 25 rand, the bid's online and selling at 25 rand is selling. At 25 rand, selling Roland. Right, 25 rand, thank you, 5043. How many lots is my online buyer going to buy there, Greg? There are 4 lots of 25 and the balance of 50. I must just check and see what my online bid is going to take.
G11, G12.
Right, he's taking 2 lots, so lot G11 and G12.
Subject to
Thank you. That's also subject to confirmation, so we're going to provisionally sell those goats for the time being, but there we go, G11 and G12. So now we've got, looks like there'll be 200 goats left over, so lot G13 down to lot G17. Lot G13, G14, 25, 25 in each group, and the balance left over are 50 in each group, 47 kgs average. Clearly shown these goats. Right, and again, let's go. What do we say? How much say? 25, let's go 25, 25, 24 to the other side of 24, selling at 24. 24 rand, selling at 24. What do we say? 24 to the other side of 24 to the side of 24, selling at 24. At 24 rand, selling at 24. 24 to the other side of 24, selling at 24. At 24 rand, selling at 24. 24, what do we say? 24. 24 rand is selling 24. At 24 rand, what do we say? 24. 24. Anywhere? 24 rand anywhere? What do we say? 24. At 24 rand, selling at 24. What do you do? 24 rand, selling at 24. At 24 rand is selling at 24. No interest at 24. All in. Right, we're going to have to pass those goats by. Right, we've got the Savannah ewes coming up now. We've got lot number G18 and G19 selling for Els Trust. So these also run on Verland Hartwater Veld here in the Douglas Heights area. They're 9 in each group there. They were weighed yesterday. They weigh an average of 49 kilos. Right, these are breeding Savannah ewes. There we go, of the best quality. Here we go. And let's kick it off. Let's go. What do you say? I'm going to say 3,000. Let's go 3,000. Got the start of 3. What do you say? 3. And 3 got the start of 3,000. What do you say? 3,000. Got the start of 3,000. What do you say? 3,000. And 3 got the start of 3,000. What do you say? 2,800 then. At 2,008, you got the start of 2,800. Selling at 2,800. What do you say? 2,800. At 2,008, selling at 2,800. 2,800, you got 2,800. At 2,008, no interest at 2,800. Let's go 2,800. At 2,008, what do we say? 2,008. Let's go 2,800. At 2,800, selling at 2,800. 2,800. What do you say? 2,800. At 2,008, you can't come any lower. 2,800. 2,800, selling at 2,800. What do we do? 2,800. At 2,800, selling at 2,800, selling at 2,800. At 2,800 and selling at 2,800. No interest. Right, we'll just have to pass those ones by. Right, here we go. So we have got the Savannah Rams coming up here. So you've got lot number G20A. This one is a 4-tooth ram. He's been used in the flock here by the Elses. He's a registered stud ram as well. There we go. Right, here we go, G20A. So a sound ram we've got here. Let's tell me off. What did we say there? How much is 7? Let's go 7, got this side of 7,000. Let's go 7, 7 got 7, 7 got 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got the 7, 7 on the side of 7,000, 7 got 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got the 7, 7 on the side of 7,000, 7 got 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got the 7, 7 I've got the 7,000, 7 got 7. Has 7 on the side of 7,000, 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got the 7, 7 on bed, the side of 7,000, 7 got 7. 7 I've got the 7,000, 7 got 7, 7 on 7. Has 7, I've got the 7,000, 7 got 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got the 7,000, 7 got 7, 7 got a 250. Has 7, 250, 7 250, 7 250. Has 7, 250, 7 got 7 250, 7 255. Has 7.5, 7.5, 7 got 7.5. Has 7,500, 7 got 7.5, 7.5 got 7.5. Has 7,500, 7 got 7.5, 7.5 bed. Has 7,500, 7 got 7.5. Has 7,500, 7 got 7.5, 7 got 7.5. Has 7,500, the bids on the floor and selling. Has 7,500, I've got that at 7.5, selling at 7.5. Has 7,500, I'm at the side of 7.5 selling. Has 7,500, I've got that at 7.5. Has 7,500, the hammer's coming up at 7.5. 7.5 and selling at 7.5, well done. And 7,500, it's going to be subject to confirmation on that ram as well. Now we've got lot number G20B. So this ram, he's a bit younger, he's a two-tooth ram. He's a two-tooth ram, there we go, nice tough rams we have here. Selling for the horses. Right, here we go again. Let's go. What do you say? 7, 7 got 7, 7 on bed, 7 I've got 7, selling at 7, 7 on bed. Has 7 I've got 37, selling at 7, 7 I've got 37, 7 on bed. Has 7 I've got 37,000, selling at 7, 7 I've got 7, got 7 got 5. Has 7.5, selling 7.5, 7.5 now. Has 7,500 on 9, selling at 7.5, 7.5 bed. Has 7,000, got a 7.5, 7.5 now. Has 7,005, selling at 7.5, 7.5. Has 7,500, I've got a 7.5, selling at 7.5. Has 7,500, I've got 7.5, selling at 7.5. Has 7,005, I've got 7.5 selling. Has 7,500 rand and selling. I've got 7.5. Has 7,500 and selling at 7.5. Roll on. And 7,500. I've got my highest bidder. It is subject to confirmation. 5032 is the highest bidder. It is subject to confirmation. That ram. Right, now we have lot number G21. So the last of the Savannah Rams here, he is still a kid, this ram. So you look at him there, still a kid, the Savannah Ram. Right, here we go. And again, let's go. 7, 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got that at 7, I've got 7, I've got 7, 7 on bed. 7, 7 on the floor. Has 7, I've got that at 7, sitting at 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got that at 7, 7, 7, I've got that at 7 down, sitting at 7. Has 7 on the side of 7 down, sitting at 7, 7 on bed. Has 7, I've got that at 7 down, sitting at 7, 7 on bed. Has 7,000 rand, sitting at 7, 7 got a 5. Has 7.5, sitting at 7.5, sitting at 7.5. Has 7,500, sitting at 7.5, sitting at 7.5. Has 7,500 rand, with a settlement at 7.5, sitting at 7.5. Has 7,500, got a settlement at 7.5, selling at 7.5. At 7,500, we're going to set him at 7.5 and selling all on. And 7,500, my highest bidder is 5032. It is also subject to confirmation. I think my highest, my seller is looking for closer to 8 on those rams. Right, now we are back into Pitagawa. So we've got the we've got the Pergo Kapatas. These are also at running there at Anne's Villa. We're going to be selling them there as a unit price. The average weight here is between 20 and 22 kilos. The highest bidder may take one or both pens. They are 19 and 18 in the first 2 pens. Also, the highest bidder, the buyers, please need to go and fetch them. They can get dropped off there at the Tiensewinkel turnoff. We can organize or we can organize the transport to Grahamstown on Thursday. At the buyer's cost, yes. Right, we can coordinate that transport afterwards, should you wish. Right, here we go. We've got the Kapatas between 20 and 22 kilos. And right, here we go. Let's take it away. What do you say? How much there? At 1,200, let's go 12. Let's stop here for 12. 1,200, let's go 12. 12, we go 12. At 1,200 rand, sitting at 12. Let's go to 12. 1,200, let's go 12. At 1,200 rand, the other side of 12. 12, I'm going to 12. 12 on 9 and sitting at 12. At 12, I'm going to 12, sitting at 12. 12, I'm going to 12, I'm going to 12, sitting at 12. At 1,200 rand, sitting at 12. 12, asking 12. 12, we're 50. At 1,250, sitting at 1,250. Back to the floor, sitting at 1,250. At 1,250, sitting at 1,250. 1,250, now at 1,250. 30, 13 on 9. At 1,300, sitting at 1,300. 1,300, 50, 30, 50. At 30, 50, sitting at 30, 50, sitting at 30, 50, 30, 50. At 30, 50, 14, sitting at 14. 14 on bed. At 1,400, sitting at 1,400, sitting at 14, got a 50. 40, 50, sitting at 40, 50, sitting selling at 40, 50, 40, 50. At 40, 50, 40, 50, selling at 40, 50. At 1500, selling at 15. 15, I got 15, selling at 15. At 1500, selling at 15, I got 15, selling at 15. 1500, 15, I got 15, selling at 15. At 15, I got 15, selling at 15. 1500, selling at 15. At 1500, rand, selling at 15, 15, 15, 15, 50. At 15, 50, selling at 15, 50, 50, 50, selling. 1500, 50, 1600, 16 bed. At 1600, selling at 1600, 16. 1600, 1600. Would 25 help you? 1600. At 1600, selling at 1600, 16. At 1600, selling at 1600, 1600, selling at 16. At 1600 rand, selling 1600. All on. And 1600.
Confirm, Chairman. We just want to see what happens to the rest of the goats.
Right, those will be subject to confirmation there. There we go, subject to confirmation. So we'll put the other lot up there, lot G23, the 18 of them. Right, here we go, there lot, no problem. We're going to be selling lot G23, there'll be 18 of them. I just want to hang on here for Sophia quick. Right, you're good to go, Greg? Right, here we go. Lot number G23, same thing, Burger Capages. Right, here we go, let's go. And let's take it away, let's go. What is Thomas say? 13, let's go. 13, 30, 30, selling at 30, 13 on bed. And 30, selling at 30, 13 on Kotara, 1300, selling at 13, on 13 bed. And 1300, selling at 13, on 13, selling at 30, 30, selling at 13. And 30, selling at 30, 14, 14 out 14 on 9, 14 out 50. At 40, 50, 40, 50, back to the 4, selling at 40, 50. At 40, 50, selling at 40, 50, the Capata, selling at 40, 50. At 40, 50, I've got 40, 50, selling at 40, 50. At 40, 50, now 40, 50, selling at 40, 50, selling at 40, 50. At 40, 50, selling at 40, 50, 40, 50, I've got 40, 50. At 40, 50, the bids on the floor, 40, 50. At 1450, selling at 40, 50, I've got 40, 50. At 1450, selling at 40, 50. At 40, 50, now got 40, 50, selling at 40, 50, 40, 50, and selling at 1450, selling all on. 1450 each for them. I must just say confirm with my buyer. Right, thank you. Now we've got the maiden ewes. We've got the maiden ewes. We've got lot 24 and 25. They also weigh between 20 and 22 kilos. Same thing applies. These are beautiful, beautiful maidens. There we go. They're just very, very young, so that's why they weigh a bit lighter. Right, beautiful ewes. Here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? Let's go. How much there? At 1400, let's go 14. What do you say? 14, you go 1400, selling at 14. What do you say? 14. At 1300, other side of 13. What do you say? 1300, let's go 30, 30, 30. Stop you off. At 1300 for ewes. 1300, selling at 30, 30, selling at 13 online. 13 on bed. 13 on bed, selling online. 13 on bed. 1300, 30, selling at 30, 30, selling at 13. 1300, 1300, selling at 13, selling at 30, 30, 30, 50, 30, 50, selling at 30, 50, and 30, 50, selling at 30, 50, 50, 30, 50, selling at 30, 50, 30, 50, at 30, 50, got 30, 50, 1400, 14 bed, at 1400, 40, selling at 14, 14, I'm going to 14, I'm going to 14 bed, at 1400, selling at 14, 14, I'm going to 14, I'm going to 14 bed, at 1400, selling at 14, I'm going to 14, selling at 14, 14, 14 on bed, 14 online, selling at 14, at 1400, selling at 1400, selling at 14, I'm going to 14 bed, at 1400 rand, selling at 1400, selling at 14, at 1400 rand, selling at 1400, 14, at 1400 rand, I've got 1400, selling at 14, 14, selling at 14, at 1400 rand, selling at 1400, roll on. And 1400 rand, I'm just confirming with my seller. 5050 is my highest bidder. Right, how many lots is he taking? I just want to check here with my highest bidder. I presume he's going to take them both. They're worth it. My highest bidder, if you can just select there online. Yes. Mr. Highest bidder, if you can just check there online how many you're wanting, how many groups you're wanting. Right, my highest bidder, we're just going to give him a phone call quick just to see how many lots he's taking. Seeing he can't multitask. Taking both. Ask Louise to come and help him there, please. Right, now we've got the next two. These are the smaller lots. They're lot number 26 and lot number 27. So they roughly weigh about 15 kilos. As we say, we haven't weighed them, we just scattered them on the eye. So these are definitely the younger, smaller group of maidens. Right, here we go. Let's kick it off. What do we say? How much say? Let's go to 1,000 and I'll start you low. And 1,000 and you got to set 1,000. What do you say? 1,000. Got to set 1,000. Got to set 1,000. What do you say? 1,000. 1,000 and you got to set 1,000. Got to set 1,000. Got to set 1,000. What do you say? 1,000. And 1,000 and you got to set 1,000. And what do you say? 1,000. 1,000 bid. 1,000 on 9. Setting 1,000. And 1,000. Got to set 1,000. Let's go 1,000. 1,000. Let's go to 1,050. 1,050. Setting 1,050. 1,050. 11. 11 on bid. 11 I got. 11 on bid. At 1,100. Setting at 11. 11 I got. 1,100. Setting at 11. 11 50. 11 50. 12. 12 on bid. At 1,200. Setting at 12. 12 I've got that at 12. Setting at 12. 12 on bid. At 1,200. Setting at 12. 12 I've got that at 12. Sitting at 12, 12 on bed. At 1200 sitting at 12, 1200 sitting at 12, 12 on bed. This side at 12 at 50. At 1300 sitting at 13, at 13 sitting at 13. At 1300 sitting at 13, at 13 sitting at 13. 1300 sitting at 13. At 1300, please remember, you are buying per each to take the lots. Per each to take the lots. So there are 10 and 10 in this group, per each to take the lot. 1,300 bid. At 1,300 sitting at 1,300 sitting at 1,300 at 13. At 1,300 sitting at 1,300 1,300. At 1,300 sitting at 13. 1,300 1,300 each. 1,300 random sitting at 1,300 sitting at 13 13 13 bid. 1,300. 1,300 sitting at 1,300 sitting at 13. At 1,300 rand we're going to sell them on 9 and sitting at 1,300 selling all in. And 1,300 rand. How does my seller sound with that? My online bidder, how many lots would you like? You've got the option of taking lot 26 and lot 27. And I believe those goats are going back to Alice. Very well bought. He's taking them both. Well done. You've bought yourself some very, very nice maiden ewes. Right, now we're into something special here. We have got 60 of these 2-4 tooth per goat ewes. So it is lot 28, 29, and 30. So these goats, these are proper breeding ewes. They run on very, very tough veld from Hartwater area as well. And he's only selling them, he wants to get rid of all his per goats. He is selling them. He wants to go into Angoras and Merino. So these are sound breeding ewes. Right, here we go. Let's take it away. What do we say? Let's go. How much say? 3,000. Let's go 3,000. Let's start at 3. Greg, what do we say? 3,000. Let's go 3. What do we say? 2,8 then. At 2008 to go 2,8. Sitting at 2,8. 2,8. What do we say? 2,8. 2008. I'll start you low. 2008. 2,8 to the other side of 2,800. Sitting at 2,8. 2,8. At 2,800. These are 2,423 ewes. They've been running with the ram as well. They've been running with the ram. So they could be, or could very well be, pregnant. Here we go. Let's go. What do we say? 2,8. Let's go 2008. Let's go 2,8. What do we say? 2,8. 2,8. At 2,800, sitting at 2,8. What do we say? 2,8. 2,8. You got the side at 2,8. At 2008, you got the side at 2,8. Sitting at 2,8. 2,8. Now at 2,8. At 2008, selling at 2,8. Nobody wants them at 2,8. At 2,800, sitting at 2,8. What do we say? 2,8. What do we say? 2,8. At 2,800, is there any interest here? 2,008. 2,008. Otherwise, we're going to pass them by. Right, we'll pass them by. Chat to us afterwards should you be interested in those goats. Now we're going to be selling the full mouth goats. These are 6-tooth full mouth ewes. There are no old ewes in amongst this group. So he's selling his top ewes here. The highest bidder has got the option to take 1, 2, 3, or 4 groups, lot 31 to lot 34. No problem. I'll just wait for you guys online. Right, you're back with us, Greg. Yeah, we've got lot G31 to G34. The highest bidder may take 1, 2, 3, or 4 pens. There are 140 of these ewes, also been running with the ram, or virulent Hartwater veld. Right, here we go. Let's take it away. Let's go. What do you say? How much? Let's go. At 3,000. Let's go 3. 3 to go 3. 2,8 then. 2,008. Let's go 2,8. At 2,008, let's go 2,800, selling at 28. What is it? 28 to go. This side at 28, 28, 28. At 2,008, selling at 28. Nobody wants them at 28, 28, 28 to go. At 2,800, selling at 28. What do we do? 28, 28, selling at 28. At 2,008, let's go. What is that? 28, 28, selling at 28. Is there no interest here? 2,800. 28. Any interest here at 2008? All right, we'll pass them by. Please come and chat to us. Anyone interested in those guys, come and chat to us here afterwards. Can I just check here on my seller? Are we going to sell these rams then as well? Dave?
37 at 40. One of the 19 was 1,600 and 18 were 1,450. And then there were maybe 29 at 1,400. And then there were 10 and 10 at 30.
Dave, can I just ask Priscilla, are we going to sell these rams if we haven't sold other ewes?
You're going to hold on to them until we sell the ewes. You don't want to sell the rams. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll check in just now with benefits.
All right, okay. We're going to leave the rams then. So let's go on to the next group here. The last group of today, there are 230 of the Angora Kapata kids that were shorn in January. They're also from the Douglas Heights area. Right, here we go. Nice Kapata kids, Angora Kapata kids, they're 230. Right, per each to take all 230, we're going to sell them as a unit price. Right, here we go, let's take it away, let's go. What is someone say? Let's go 1,200, let's go 12, 1,200, let's stop over 12, let's go 12, 1,200, we'll say. At 12, let's go to 1,000, let's go to 1,000, what is that, 1,000 rand to stop over 1,000, 1,000. And 1,000 rand, you got the set of 1,000, what do we say, 1,000 rand, you got the set of 1,000, 1,000, let's go to 1,000, let's go to 1,000. And 1,000 rand, off, hard toward the felt, here we go, 1,000 rand, let's go, 1,000, you got the set of 1,000, and 1,000 rand to stop over, let's go to 1,000, what do we say, 1,000. 1,000 rand to kick me off to go to the set of 1,000 rand, let's go to 1,000. 1,000 rand, is there no interest here at 1,000 rand? Start me off with 1,000 rand. Any interest here at 1,000 rand? Right, chat to us here afterwards. We do thank you to all the buyers, to the online buyers. Thank you, the guys here on the floor. We do thank you for your bidding. And we will send you invoices shortly. You'll get an invoice there from Colby. And chat to either Murray Hobson or Dave Cocroft. Should you need any help with transport, we'll certainly coordinate your transport and chat to us afterwards. We do thank you very much.